Do the thing that he told me to do. I did it. I pressed the button and things worked. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Popcorn Chicken. It's that time of the year. It's the best and worst. Not about me, but the show.
Best and worst about Elvin.
Yeah, it's always the worst. Well, we got our top 3 best TV shows, best movies, and then we got our worst top 3 TV shows and movies. So we're gonna. What was that? Jeez.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, Justin doesn't know how to press these buttons.
Oh, I'm good.
I always have to train this guy. So, anyways, we have Justin. We have
Boom, buttons work now.
Chris.
Hello.
And then we have
Cowbunga
fashionably late Nathan.
Cowabunga dude, always here.
Who'll be joining us
Punctual.
fashionably late.
Cowabunga dude, he's
he's
on time more than us.
Yeah. Cowabunga is here before all of us are here. Okay.
Yeah.
He's making sure everything's
Look,
going
he's
well.
exactly where Nate should be.
And our new
Yeah, there you go.
co-host.
I got a seat for Cowabunga
Cowabunga.
right there. You can join us via satellite anytime you want.
Let's get his avatar and make a cutout.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out a
We're
Cowabunga.
just gonna make
dude.
a puppet.
Anyways, we got a good show. We got lots to get into. We got the Rick and Morty episode, which so good. And then we have Monarch, which so not good.
Who?
Yeah,
Susan
Monarch.
Sarandon?
Yeah.
The Monarch.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
On the eve of our big charity event. We have a big charity event tomorrow night. And it is gonna be in Vancouver, Canada, where we reside. And we have our information on Instagram. If you're no, it's not Burnaby.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
nobody in the world knows
province of
Burnaby.
Vancouver.
Yeah, we say Vancouver. They're like, okay, yeah. Burnaby. What is that?
I don't know.
Burn? What?
I don't
Bees?
know.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we burn all the bees.
Anyways, it's a 3rd annual charity event. It's going to the local food bank, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of people showing up. We're going to have a lot of food that we're going to donate, and we're all going to have some money as well to donate. Plus, somebody's going to win an Xbox, so that's going to be fun. Chris's son has said, no, only me. I'm going to win an Xbox. But
Yeah.
I heard from a grapevine that there's somebody's coming down that is going to lay a lot of bills on to win it, guaranteeing themselves.
Ooh.
Yes.
Really?
Somebody, somebody, no. I can't win it. Remember, my
Oh.
family cannot win it. I cannot win it at all. Right? I'm going
Is
to
it your
donate money.
cousin Vinny?
Yeah, no. I am going to donate money, but it's going to go to the bank. It has nothing to do with the tickets. But I just know there's somebody coming down.
Is it D?
I can't say anything. But they're going to be laying down some bills.
Putting down some dosh.
We only have 500 tickets. This person might buy 300 of them.
Oof.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Wow.
I don't know. Good luck to your son.
Yes.
When I heard that, I'm like, okay, all right, it's going to.
It's like if he's gonna get one ticket.
We're gonna have a live stream of the fist fight afterwards in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Shilling. What? Or is he
No,
saying chilling?
Chilling.
I thought he said yeah. I tripped out. I'm like, Darth, how dare you?
Speaking of
Are
shilling,
you chilling at the museum or are you chilling at home? That's what I want to know.
speaking of shilling, and speaking of our
Speaking of shilling, okay.
and our penultimate episode of Popcorn Chicken, I took the initiative.
No, you didn't.
And I brought some motherfucking popcorn chicken.
Oh my god.
Popcorn chicken.
What is there's actual popcorn?
Wow. First time ever.
It's technically nuggets because Popeyes doesn't have popcorn chicken, but whatever. Suck my ass. I did it. Okay.
Dart says, where can I get that shirt, Alvin? Well, Dart, send me a text. Send me a message on Instagram, and I will send that one out to you. We have a new one coming out. Did you bring it at all with you?
No.
You're bringing it at the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But eat some popcorn chicken.
Well, we're gonna
we got buffalo sauce from the bayou. We got wild honey mustard because they gave me 2. I don't know why, and some buttermilk ranch, which is just a fancy way of saying ranch.
Thank you. All right. You guys talk. I'm gonna eat.
Okay. Darth, we're gonna have some new stuff getting made in 2024, and I promise you, I'll send you one out. All you have to do is send me your address. Send it to me in January. I'll have one sent out to you. We're gonna be getting some new merch done. All right. What do we want to start? We want to start off with
The good or the bad, or the ugly. I mean, of the 2 shows, not the not the best and worst. We'll save that for the second half. But which show do we want to talk? Do we want to be
I
happy
can't
and
believe you
laugh?
bought
or
a
do-
Coke. That's my kryptonite. And you brought
I'm a
Sprite.
Sprite.
That's also my kryptonite.
Oops.
Here,
Somebody
have some chicken.
messaged Nathan.
Here, Alvin, have a popcorn.
Oh, well.
How about chicken popcorn?
Chicken popcorn. Oh, what do you want to start? Monarch?
Monarch. Let's
Okay.
get it out of the way.
Who wants to get us going on that?
Okay.
Since
Episode-
you bet my arm.
This is episode 5 called The Way Out. Monarch,
Which
Legacy
is
of
what I'm
Monarch.
asking for on this show.
Yeah, Legacy of Monsters. So, yeah, I think this is going to be the same discussion we had last week because it felt like the same episode, sort of.
Yeah.
Meaning that
I legitimately had to watch a recap
Yeah.
immediately after I watched the episode because I was like, none of the information retained.
I don't think
none
there
of
was
it
a lot of
stuck.
information in it.
Well, that too.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't need to cut you guys. Rasper is really, really someone that is funny person. So
I'll be the judge of that.
is like, oh, what will you send me if I send you a DML?
Ah,
Well, send me a DM and you'll find out.
yeah.
Everybody DML him.
Yeah,
See what he
please
sends
don't.
you
Please don't.
now, right now.
DM me in January, not now.
Yeah.
I haven't even bought Christmas gifts for my family yet.
Blow them up.
Okay, so this episode, you're right, Justin. I had to go back through because I was like, what's happening? I found it boring.
Which is not a great descriptive word when you're talking about a giant piss off monster show.
And exactly the same thing that happened last episode happened this episode. There was no backstory. Like, what made the
I was
show
so
good?
mad
Yeah.
when I finished that episode. I'm like, again?
Yeah,
Really?
2 in a row. Like, we discussed the first episode and second episode. Second episode is like, what makes the show good is the combination of the 2 stories.
Yeah.
The back and forth.
and
and
seeing
now-
some cool monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and seeing some cool monsters. So this episode didn't have the backstory. It had. Did it even have Godzilla? The same flashback we've already seen of Godzilla.
I was gonna say it was like a recap.
Yeah,
Almost.
Yeah, it was the same like in San Francisco.
Here
so,
he is again.
and I don't even know if we learned anything new. Did we learn anything new? That she had a
No,
girlfriend?
I learned that quarantine is non-existent in that city of San Francisco
yeah,
because you can literally just waltz in. Nobody
Yeah.
would care.
yeah.
And trained army soldiers can't find kids.
They find cats. Lots of cats.
What was that?
Well, you know they
It
got
felt like
the
a video game. You know
priorities
those video games where you throw the rock the other side there?
Yeah.
What was that?
right.
Must I go on there? Oh, I was going and then they continued.
Oh, must have been the rats.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
must
cats
be
can
the
throw
wind.
huge rocks.
Did they not
right?
know that they're just patrolling around the veterinarian clinic?
Oh, man,
Another
it's
cat.
just
Another
weird.
cat.
Just weird.
Yeah. So really, like, the team was in Alaska. They were caught by Monarch, and then Tim let them go.
Yep.
And then they decided to go to San Francisco to do some more research about where's their dad. And we do some more backstory about Kate and a relationship and a couple of relationships she had there.
Cool.
Yeah, this was probably the best part. But
You're not wrong. I was like, but at that point, that's like almost Stockholm syndrome, where you're like, oh, finally some interesting like dynamics and character development, and you're like, oh wait, it's a show about monsters. I don't give a shit about any of this.
yes, yeah. And I said because now we're halfway through. I said they got to bring a big monster battle in by midway through the season.
Yep.
And they haven't.
If
So-
you weren't talking about this show,
I'd be done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
done.
I honestly, if any of you guys are watching us right now and don't know what we're talking about, Monarch is not a good service to Godzilla lore. That's the best way I'm going to put it. It was in the beginning, like we watched it from episode to episode, and it was, and I don't know, somewhere like I
It hit the
want
ground
to say
running.
2 episodes ago. I want to say 2 episodes ago they lost their way.
Dude, it was like
The wheels fell off.
Yeah.
the first 2 episodes made me interested in the
you.
franchise.
Yeah.
And like made me realize how expansive the lore and the backstory is. And now I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. I still don't care about the franchise.
Yeah.
Like they almost drug me in, and I was like, oh, cool. Well, I'm excited. I'm really happy that it's this cool. And then I'm like, oh, wait, it's not.
It's almost like even with the other movies and stuff, it's almost like I think this is why probably Godzilla -1 is so good right now.
Sure.
Because if you show a movie or a series where people see these monsters for the first time,
Yeah.
that's the best time
Yeah.
to capture it. Because they just not get used to them, but they're just like, okay, we've already seen them. What's the big deal? But like we said, they're not even You could watch this episode and not even know it's about Godzilla or about
Yeah.
kaiju or monsters or whatever.
You just think it's about some researchers.
Yeah.
It's a virus, deadly virus outbreak in
Yeah.
San
Yeah,
Francisco.
exactly.
That's all you're gonna see from
Pandemic.
that.
Yeah, it's true. So, can this series be saved?
If it's just balls to the wall monster fights for the rest of the season, then I'll probably like not begrudgingly watch it.
Right.
Because as it stands now, it's just like, oh, do you care about this researcher and this scientist and this nerd? And I'm like,
Nope.
No.
No.
Show me the big monster. I want a dinosaur fighting a space lizard.
You know, for a show that's called Monarch, I don't see a whole lot of Monarch moving
Either.
around their world.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They're trying to go for like this whole umbrella corporation, whatever type thing.
What we in the episode previous with the ending where they get airlifted, we see this
Yeah.
glow that.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't we get some of that?
Well, and also in the first few episodes, they like were hinting that like, oh, Monarch's this like evil corporation. Maybe there's like some seedy underbelly, and that hasn't been touched on at all.
Nope.
It sounds like, oh, they're just humanitarians. Okay,
United
whatever.
Nations.
Yeah,
That's all it
exactly.
is. They're Cobarp. They're Secret Service, United Nations.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no interest at all in this. The title is the biggest thing here, and there's no interest in it at all. I
Yeah.
don't care this Monarch organization. I don't care at all. And to me, it's just like, where are you going with this? And like you just said, the next couple of episodes are really going to dictate where this show is going to end up, because it could just be a one-hit wonder, or not even a one-hit wonder, just a one hit and then never see it again the light of day. Or it could really do well, and then we'll see a season 2.
And this is on Apple TV.
Yeah.
I know that's
Yeah.
the worst part.
So-
It's just like,
They definitely have to bring back the backstory, but do you think they're going to have a whole episode about the backstory? Because now they've had 2 episodes about the future or the present or whatever 2015 story.
well, they got to give us 2 in a row then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just did 2 in a row in the future.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like they started the show by having these multiple different timelines and characters, and how you do that show well is then you have them all culminate or start to it allows the audience to start making their own connections, and
Yeah.
then when things happen they go, oh, and you get the
Yeah.
like,
Instead of just the lineage of, or the fact that they're related, there's got to be other connections there
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
that we need to, that the viewer needs to stumble upon.
Like again, that's like a big reason why I brought up Bodies last week, was because it did exactly that, where it had multiple timelines all relating of a certain thing, and you were like, oh, this is cool. And like there's one character in the beginning that I was like, oh, this is my least favorite, but by the end was my favorite part, and it just like all of those ties being connected made it for such an enjoyable and fun watch. And this is just like ignoring, it's so weird why they're like, oh, we started this thing and now we're gonna do something completely different. It's like, sure, season 2, once you've already hooked me.
Yeah, exactly. Drag it out next season then
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. And even like, you know, things that the one friend May, who I thought was like a spy or something, now she just kind of wants out. Like, oh, just
Yeah.
let me out. I just like if they actually made her a spy, like Monarch had hired her
Yeah.
to like, you know, spy on those 2, it would have been so much better. But she's just like, no, just let me out.
Nah.
She doesn't even want to be in this show.
That's true.
She just wants to leave.
Did you end up looking up if she was using a Samsung phone or a
No, I looked back at least 3 episodes.
Mhm.
Boy, that was fun. And I couldn't. I have to go back even further. I think it's in the first or second episode.
Yeah.
Right.
So I gotta start it. I don't want to start it again.
No.
It's cool.
No.
Nobody cares.
Yeah,
That's
you know
fine.
what? Yeah, you're right. Maybe we'll see it again next episode.
Maybe.
I think
When
that,
she drops it in the air next to a cat or
Yeah.
throws it to, move the army guy to the other side.
the funny thing is, you know, when we talked about Silo months ago, we had gotten to the middle,
the plateau.
plateau, but there was still some mystery there that we were waiting for, right?
Yeah.
There was this question at the end: why are they in the silo? What's
Mhm.
outside? We
Yeah.
were always so as slow as those episodes could have been and we talked, we didn't like them. There was a lot of them we didn't like, but we're still, because that we're waiting till the ending. But here, there's nothing.
There's no suspense
No,
currently.
there is a guy in the Godzilla suit, like he's just gonna. It's actually
Kaiju!
it's Bigfoot
Yeah.
in the.
Oh,
It's King Kong inside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, what a twist.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I just don't know how it can even save itself now.
It is going to go throughout the holidays.
Yeah, it's just like, we got 5 more and they don't stop. So
Yeah.
I think the last one's January 12th or something. Anyways, yeah. So
We'll be patient. We'll be patient.
I mean, it's too bad. Like we've talked, it looks great. It's, it had so much potential there. It's just, I think it's like, do they just run out of stories? Like they don't know what to do,
How do you run out of stories with a giant monster? Just make him break a
You
building
already
down.
created a new monster, did you not?
They've created a few.
Yeah.
A few
So
of them have new.
show
are
us-
new.
Show us more of those.
Yeah.
Like,
Put them in a battle dome. I don't care about story at this point. Just put them in a ring and have them fight. Make it monster wrestling, and I'll give you money, Apple.
even if they showed 10 minutes of that, people will be talking about that 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
will carry the rest of the episode,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
10 minutes of nonsensical monster fighting.
Yeah.
Good. Cool.
Yeah.
You give us,
That one.
we understand it's a budget thing too, as well. It's a TV show, right?
Right.
And I think they've done
But
a
it
good
is
job.
Apple. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It is Apple. Like
They've given us a cinematic look to it.
for sure.
Yeah,
right?
it looks really good.
So I don't know what they were thinking when they were sitting down and writing these episodes going, you
We've
know
got Kurt
what? We
Russell.
need more people
Now
because that's going to drive more people. No, no, people
Yeah.
don't come to watch people. We come to watch monsters
Yeah.
in this lore, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what the problem was with the last Godzilla movie, when you had all these actors there and they were just trying to, they ride the hype train with Bobby, what's her name?
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Millie.
Oh, right.
Because
She
of
was in it?
Yeah, she was in it. Yeah, exactly. No, nobody wants to remember that. They had a Scooby-Doo van as well. I'm not joking.
Was The Rock in it too?
I'm telling you, go watch it. You'll see
I
a
won't.
Scooby-Doo van.
I won't.
You have to. I suffered. You have
Damn
to.
it.
I went to the theaters for this, okay? Paid $100 in popcorn and drinks. But yeah, nobody cares about humans
No.
in a Godzilla flick. Give us more Godzilla, less humans, please.
Yeah.
The only time I want to see a human, like I said, is when they're getting trampled.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Right? Or they swan in a building and everyone all falls. to their
Dude,
death.
it's like the Mech Warrior games. It's like they came out with one and like it was like 7 or 8 into the series, and they're like, all right, now you get to meet the pilots, and everyone was like, F off, show me robots fighting. Like, that's why I'm here. It's called Battle Mech. Piss off. I don't care. Oh, so I'm Steve. No, you're the guy in the Thor that blows up, okay?
Steve.
We're never having to Steve.
All right, what are we gonna give it out of 10? I don't want to talk about this show anymore right now.
4.
Okay, that was bad.
I said last week, if it doesn't go up, I'm going to continue
It's
going
not
down.
4.
It is. It's such a disappointment if they're just carbon copy. This is now the point where I'm saying don't watch the show.
Yeah.
Before it was like it's okay. It's not doing. It's what it'll get. If it gets good, it'll be great. But now it's at the point where it's like don't watch it.
Okay, so 4 for you.
I'll go a little bit better. Let's say 5.
Oh,
It's the same reason. It's exactly what Justin just said.
Funny part is I'm gonna say 5. That's a 5 for me too. It did not do that good. I was bored. I'll be honest with you, I had to break it up into 2 parts.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah.
like, I need to go do something else.
Yeah.
Because my brain's getting numb. Right?
Yeah.
Like I need to go do something more important.
Bash
And then
my
I
head
came
into
back
it.
later on the night and watched the rest of it. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I did that because this is useless.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, 5 for me, 5 for you, Chris, and then 4 for you. That is the lowest I think we've given to the show
Mhm.
collectively.
Oh, for sure.
Collectively, yeah.
For sure.
Well, we
I was
haven't got
giving it
Nathan's
9.
yet,
The
but
first couple episodes, I was giving it 9s.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what Nathan has to say because I also feel sometimes we might get somewhat influenced by hearing each other's scores.
Yeah.
So it's always interesting to hear when someone comes in later or
We should make him come in late all the time. Just
Yeah,
wait
this
in the
was
hallway.
actually planned
yeah,
the whole
stay
time.
out there.
Yeah.
He actually is in the hallway.
Knock until we let you in.
Yeah. We have to let
Wait
him
till
out.
we finish this, then you're coming.
You guys have seen Pulp Fiction, The Gimp? That's Nathan.
Oh man, that should have been one of our movies.
We already made
That's a
a
90s
joke
one, yeah.
about whipping him.
Yeah. Let the Gimp out.
Yes. This is what happens when
He
you're,
means little
when you're
people.
tardy. When you're tardy. No, that's Anyway,
No. Anyways, yeah, let's move on from this.
don't
show.
try and
Ugh.
instruct me what
Yeah,
a gimp means.
let's just clean ourselves from this. Little people.
That's not. That has nothing to do with it.
All right. We've lost all of our audience.
Yes.
No, we
No,
promised.
we went up.
No more monarchs, I promise.
Yeah, no more
Let's get on
lack
to
of Godzilla.
That's what they should call the show.
Yeah, Godzilla.
lack of
Jokes on you.
Godzilla.
Monarch, lack of
it
Godzilla.
should be they
Go
should
watch
use,
Susan Sarandon. It's
they
got
should
more
use that
monsters.
movie Godzilla -1 for this show.
Yeah, that's it.
Godzilla
This is
-2.
Godzilla minus everyone.
Yeah, so okay, let's get into Rick and Morty episode
9.
Ooh, that went by fast.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Time flies by when you're having a good time.
This is a show that just went this way, straight up. It started off weak to the point where you even said, like, what is this? Or I think you said it too as well.
Why? Yeah, but
You're like, I don't really care for this show.
literally didn't know what it was.
I didn't.
No, but nothing
didn't-
appealed to you. You're like, it's all
I
right.
was like, it's a show
How many seasons?
on TV.
But it's just been steadily going up. And I think, in my opinion, this was the best episode of the season.
It's,
In my opinion.
it just keeps like right when I came in, and you were like, "Oh man, it was a great episode." I was like, "Yeah, it's just fun. Like it's not something you have to like know the backstory of or like care about characters or whatever. It's just like, all right, sit down for half an hour, have a drink, and just not turn your brain off in the sense of like a Fast and Furious movie, but like you can just sit there and enjoy, and it's well constructed. There's a lot of vulgarity in the like.
There's some thoughts put into it too.
But
Makes you
I'm
think.
saying it's like it's vulgar, it's over the top, but it's not like trying to be cringy or being like, oh, look how edgy we are. It's just like, hey, here's this funny story I thought about when I was drunk last week. I turned it into a cartoon. This scientist goes to Valhalla to kill the Pope with Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And on paper, you're like, that sounds stupid. Why would I? And you're like, oh, it's the best thing I've watched this week. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. So the title of the episode is Mort Ragnarok.
Hey, he's here. He got
Popcorn chicken.
Oh, you You called him. I thought you were just clairvoyant and knew.
Clairvoyant. We were just starting to talk about Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we all
Save it. Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat.
eat some popcorn chicken.
Have some popcorn chicken.
That's surprising that it's actually here.
I know.
He brought it.
I brought it because this asshole wouldn't.
Oh, wow.
It's been,
Okay.
what,
Okay.
3.5
It's only
years?
been in his car for 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
So what'd you think of Monarch?
Right
we
away.
loved it.
It was the best episode so far. I'm telling my family about it.
Like we can't stop talking about it.
No.
I liked it when they did the little flashbacks to the school and everyone's thinking, oh, is this actually happening? Because that's kind of a realistic response, but
Sure.
the rest of it was kind of slow. You remember the scene where they're hiding from the military right behind
No.
the car? No, I can't remember the exact location. They're near the bridge. And the guy pulls out that crinkly bag on the opposite side of the car while there's a guy, some soldier with a gun and a flashlight looking directly in their way. It's dead quiet out there, and you just hear this loud crinkling, and then he throws it. And how dumb is a soldier to not notice it?
It must have been the wind.
Well, that's just an
Dar
example.
says,
of-
"Oh snap! It's Nathan."
Yeah, I'll say I wasn't really thrilled with this episode.
Neither were we.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
we
What
all
would
hated
you
it.
give it
Just
out of
kidding.
10?
Overall, it's not actually like a horrible TV show. It just wasn't
Says
good
you.
this episode. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh well,
Sure.
that was the highest.
Is that really?
We were all lower than that.
Whoa,
I
what did you guys
said
give?
I said 4.
We both said
Because
5s.
Yeah, I said 4 because I was like, this is the point that is making me tell people to not watch it. Like, because it
Yeah.
hasn't,
Yeah.
it plateaued, and we were like, if it goes, but it's just going like, and it's starting to decline. So I'm now like, I no longer care.
Yeah, but Elvin had the best name for it. It should be called Godzilla -1
Yeah.
because there's no
Yeah.
Godzilla.
They kept saying that too. G-Day -1, G-Day, then G-Day -1 again.
Yeah.
And
By the way, that movie is doing really good right now.
Yeah.
Internationally,
Yeah.
it's doing really good.
Good.
Yeah, people are loving that movie right now. I have yet to see it and I want to go see it, but there's so many other movies that are going to be coming out soon that I want to go see. I want to see Migration, the animation.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
You heard of it?
No.
Can you guess what it's about?
A wall.
It's
Yeah.
birds migrating in Pixar.
Oh right. Okay. Okay.
Oh, never mind.
That
that's not
looks
what I thought.
adorable. Yeah. That
What-
looks.
What were you thinking?
That new anime. It's that really famous. The guy that did Spirited Away.
Studio Ghibli.
They have a new movie.
do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I heard about that
It
too.
looks really good. It does. All this stuff looks great.
I love how he has like not seven times, but multiple times been like, all right, that's it. This is the last one. No more. And then he's like, all right, he has his son do the witch and the earworm or whatever. And that one was good. And then he just comes back. He's like, all right, never mind. I'm going to make another movie. And then they're like, oh, I thought you were out of retirement. He's like, yeah. And then I thought of a cool idea. And he's just, I think that's like the third time he's retired and then come back and be like, got him another one. Here you go. And it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah. It's a talented the studio in general, because I want to give
Absolutely,
everyone
yeah.
credit. Everyone's talented there.
Yeah.
Stories are unique.
Yeah.
How did we get to this?
New
films.
things coming out.
Oh yeah, I think it's out now.
What's it called?
Um,
While you're doing that, the new Dune trailer has dropped.
Oh,
Yes.
It dropped today.
The
Yeah.
Boy and the Heron.
I lo-
yes, The Boy and the Heron. The Heron's creepy.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's just dropped?
The Dune.
Dune 2.
Oh yeah,
Dune 2.
It released
Dune.
how recently?
Or wait, isn't it
8
Dune
hours ago or
Part
something?
2? Or
Yes,
whatever?
part
Dune
two,
Part
yeah,
2,
part two.
yeah.
And then wasn't that supposed to come out like 2 years ago?
It was
Yeah.
supposed to, it was supposed
Jesus.
yeah.
It was supposed to be like a few months.
It was supposed to come out this November.
No,
It-
but I mean, originally, it wasn't like the first one came out in December, and then Dune 2 was supposed to come out like in the spring or
Maybe.
summer or something. Like
Maybe.
it was I think 6-month window at most that they were
Mhm.
supposed to be released
Mhm.
originally, and then pandemic happened or something
Something happened.
colossal.
Something big.
Aquaman is also
Godzilla.
coming out.
Oh, goody gumdrops! Tell me more.
And then to Netflix, Rebel Moon by Zack Snyder.
Mm.
Yeah. That's
looks
that's
good.
coming out on the 23rd or first.
First.
They
moved it up a day.
Moved it up to date.
yeah.
Not sure why.
I think it's
yeah.
a coinciding.
But it's a
with another-
two-parter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's
There's
a
one-
Netflix like mini series kind of thing.
But it's
Yeah.
just two part. Like there's only two. One comes in December. One comes in second part in January.
Or if they're doing a Dune, comes out 4 years later.
yeah.
Which I mean, the production on it's not far off. But yeah, Rebel Moon, when it first dropped, it was like, hey, what if Star Wars came out, but Disney had nothing to do with it? And everyone's
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's. And then they're like, you know what else is cool? Starfield. Let's put a bunch of ships from there in it. And then yeah, everyone kind of lost their mind. And then I kind of want to say that the internet kind of cooled off on it. There was one initial trailer which everyone lost their minds about, and then this is honestly the second thing I've really heard about it, apart from the initial press junkets. But I mean, Netflix, I don't think has a normally the movie standard is to half your production cost is marketing. And obviously Netflix doesn't do that. They just go like, if you got weed and nothing better to do, you're gonna watch everything on here. We'll recommend you 10 things. You're gonna watch it all with your dog.
There is a movie coming out on December 22nd called The Iron Claw.
Mm-hmm. Wrestling one.
Yeah, this is getting some Oscar buzz.
Really?
Zac Efron is on there.
True. It's a true story.
Yeah, based on the Von Erichs,
Yep.
the brothers. They have cursed family. They're a cursed family of brothers just dying throughout their wrestling career for whatever reason. Multiple brothers dying. Their sons are now into wrestling, or sons. A son. But this looks like a really, really good movie. I'm gonna 100% watch it because I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Plus, it's A24.
This looks
Oh,
like it's old school wrestling.
yeah.
It is.
Nice.
But it's just about the tragedy of this family.
Yeah.
Well,
the
yeah.
Von
I mean, if you
Erichs.
get 37 arm bars a week, you're not gonna have a long.
Well, it's got to do with their
lifespan.
father too, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
father.
yeah. So, and they're not gonna hold back on any of that. They said they're gonna.
They're like, half our marketing budget is lawsuits.
Well, they said that they're gonna depict the father the way he was. They're not
Oh.
gonna sugarcoat anything on it.
okay.
So they wanted to be as true as possible. But
Wait, in like a, I don't know anything about it. Like
the whole thing is the brothers all wanted to impress their dad. So they went above and beyond. They kept going above, pushing each other harder and harder to please their dad,
Okay.
to have their dad recognize them in any way, right?
Right.
So that's what it was about. And
So not a lot of hugs and kisses from the guy.
not
I'm
really.
assuming.
there are some wrestlers in here that have are in the movie as well.
Like
So-
cameos.
Yeah, they're actually playing some parts.
Yeah.
Right. So it's gonna be very interesting. I've just been hearing really, really good things about it. Early screening has been fantastic. People are saying this is Oscar. A lot of people have walked out of the theater just in tears because how emotional it
I was
gets.
just gonna say, which one do you think you're gonna cry more at? Migration or this?
I love birds. And I love wrestling. As I say that, as I mean,
I love birds.
I'm an emotional guy. What do you want from me?
I gotta say, Zac Efron, he's never looked better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
And
jacked.
Well, not
every
just that, but,
every
like, the
movie he
haircut.
shows up in. Oh yeah.
I love that. Like he's gone all out. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
He's a serious actor.
He's
now.
gonna be a contender for actor of the year. I think. I think. I'm gonna go see this movie. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, that's what's going on. And then we also got Lex Luthor, signed by Zack Snyder. Not Zack Snyder. Ugh, I can't believe I said that. James Gunn.
Yeah.
We had talked about this.
Yeah,
We brought it up.
Nicholas Hall.
Yeah, Hulk.
Yeah.
He signed on. People are already booing this guy.
He's a good actor.
Like,
I like
this is what it is. Social media. That's what it is. You're gonna have half like him, half hate him.
It's the vocal minority.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
like
the internet
him.
is for. Is like hitting on stuff you don't like. That's
But
it.
but I like the guy from Smallville who played Lex Luthor. He's like,
Yeah,
he's like, welcome
really
to the
good.
family.
Oh, that's,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So that's pretty cool. I gotta give this guy a chance. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I just want to see this guy bald.
Who
Please,
had
please have
Sparkly
no hair.
Vampire
if
play-
James Gunn decides to put hair on this guy, I'm already gonna not like it.
yeah,
This guy has to be bald and a crisp suit,
Mhm.
specifically white or silver.
Yeah.
Give me a crisp suit with bald and let's go.
Yep.
Let's see what this guy can do. I think he's talented. I think he can do it.
yeah.
So-
I mean, they had a sparkly vampire play arguably one of the best Batmen of our time, and everyone still, like, I mean, especially on the announcements, like if it's a good actor and he's done good stuff before, be like, all right, let him cook. Like,
Yeah.
see what he's gonna
Yeah.
come up with.
Mhm.
Once you see a trailer, then you can be like, all right, this looks dumb. But like,
The thing I worry about though is how James Gunn keeps adding to every hiring. He's like, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is gonna be the best one ever. I'm like, dude, just don't say anything. Just hire people. Let the movie do itself, because you don't want to be saying that stuff and then having this expectation really high.
yeah, but
right?
that's also why so many ginormous mega corporations are
I
giving him money,
know.
because he then hypes up a movie for 12 goddamn months and then it comes out
It's-
and does gangbusters.
It's already too late. It's already hugely hyped.
I
Yeah,
know,
It's just going to keep going.
yeah.
it's scary, man. This movie needs to make north of 500 to 600 million. Has to.
How much did he make on Guardians though?
Last I checked, Guardians was third on the list behind Barbie and Spider-Man. Barbie had 800 million domestically. Spider-Man had 700. I think this one, that one did around 6 something, and it cost 300.
Yeah.
So
he-
he can do it.
He can do
You
it,
know
but
he
remember,
can, yeah.
that was an established IP though.
Well,
It
this
had a
is
following already.
This is
What, Barbie?
No, Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
This
You already
is
had about
well-
300 to 400 million already there.
Sure, yeah.
Just
yeah.
because of the two behind it
It
Yeah,
grossed 845 million worldwide.
worldwide. Yeah, so
Worldwide.
domestic,
Worldwide.
it's
Yeah,
600,
domestic,
so 200 more on there. Yeah, so
But speaking of the time that we're in right now in Guardians of the Galaxy, is the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special the best Christmas
special of what?
special of all time?
I didn't love it.
Well, no, I just
Whoa.
mean like monetarily.
Whoa.
Like
Monetarily.
No,
Why do you not
monetarily.
love it? You don't like
I'm gonna be
Christmas?
honest.
you don't
No,
like
no.
Kevin Bacon.
I'll be honest. I felt like some of the acting was not great.
Yeah, it's a Christmas special.
It's
It's
supposed to be not
it's not
good.
like, but
They're supposed
Yeah,
to
when
be
it's
goofy
that
and
big.
like unscripted.
Oh,
half
no,
the time.
like that part's fine. I just
Yeah.
felt like some of the acting wasn't like the actual portrayal of the lines. I just didn't enjoy as much. But I
That's
think
fair.
that a lot of the comedy from Drax itself is being in a more serious situation, and then he just blurts out just
Yeah.
something kind
I,
of.
I like how we're
ridiculous.
20 minutes off from saying the name of the Rick and Morty episode.
Rick and what?
Yeah,
Who?
what was that? Let's just finish that and then we can get onto this.
All right,
Because
yeah,
it'll lead
yeah.
into our top. By the
Yeah.
way, stay tuned. Our top 3 best and worst TV and movies coming out. We got our list and it's gonna be spicy.
It's gonna be an all
Let's
Spicy.
just go to this to here. Let's go to Rick and Morty.
Back to Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
More Ragnarok. It's so good. That title is awesome. It basically, in a nutshell, is Rick trying to get
Yeah,
unlimited
this is
power.
where I, this is where I
in a nutshell.
get everything.
Rick is trying to get unlimited power instead of using the stones, the gemstones that he's been using to get
No,
power.
first off, the episode starts with the dad in heaven and his grandma
Yeah.
coming to greet
Yeah,
him.
yeah, I was gonna
and then
get
him
to that.
being like,
Grandpa doesn't want to
"Where's
come.
Grandpa?" And she's like, "He's
inside.
tired of coming back. You've been here so many times." And he's like, "Well, I'm sorry." And then he gets sucked back in because Rick is trying to figure out
That's based
how
on
to
an 80s
harness
movie.
heaven.
Yes.
It's based on, I can't remember the name.
It was called Flatliners.
Flatliners. Yeah.
Oh,
they were-
really?
Yes.
Where they
There- they
was
try
a
to kill
TV
each other,
There
right?
was a Netflix reboot.
They-
80s or
re-
90s?
it was 90s with
90s,
Kiefer
okay.
Sutherland,
Yes.
Yeah.
Julia
Sutherland,
Roberts,
yes.
Kevin Bacon,
Oh yeah.
where they
God, I
they're
love me some
medical
Bacon.
students and they wanted to discover
Oh,
death.
yeah.
So they kill themselves and then revive them.
Yeah.
And they see what the afterlife is like. And then the afterlife.
I've never watched that movie, but
It's
I
actually
heard about
good.
Wait,
the afterlife.
90s?
Yeah, pretty sure. The afterlife
I
starts
swear
to
I
come
saw it
back
in
into the
theaters.
real world.
it.
Maybe.
You know, they had theaters in the 90s, right?
Yeah, I know. I was also there. No, but I remember it more vividly than like
they made a remake
I was gonna say
with
what was,
Oh, no.
no, it was good.
Okay. I don't know. I don't even remember hearing about a remake.
yeah, 1990, that's the original one.
Yeah. When was the remake?
Let's see.
Again,
It was
we're
with
veering off.
No, we're still on Kevin Bacon.
Bacon.
7 Degrees.
Oh, bacon.
2017, yeah.
Oh, Elliot Page.
Elliot Page, yes, that's right.
Okay,
I
yeah,
never
that
saw
was the
that
one
one.
I saw. That one was really good too.
Anyways,
I didn't
how do we
notice
get? Oh
that.
yeah,
Anyway.
because bringing people back from
Yeah.
the dead. Yeah, got it. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
No, you know what you said before about how you can turn your mind off and watch Rick. I'm like, no, you can't. I'm like, what's happening now? What does that
Whoa,
mean?
who's that? Whoa.
What's
Well, yeah, it is, but it's it's the type of non sequitur show that makes sense and you can follow because it's well. Hold on,
People
hold
are
on.
trashing us. Marston goes, "You're wrong. The internet isn't a place to complain, man. I miss the old internet."
Yeah, Elvin, you need to hate more stuff.
Yeah.
What happened to your-
It's the season.
What happened to your Christmas
I gotta be-
spirit?
Happy and nice. I can't even say it.
Don't worry, we're gonna talk about stuff we hated at the end.
Batman is You shut it. You are Willow lover. Shut it.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Those are the big guns.
Willow lover, cowbugger dude.
Is he just saying every Batman is trash?
Like, whoa. Whoa.
Darcy, I think he'll be a great Lex Luthor. Yeah, I think he has it in him.
Mhm.
If the writing is good, I think this guy will bring it to life.
Yeah,
He better.
yeah.
Because the last one was, oh my god.
Jesse.
Oh my
Eisenberg?
god. Yeah, it was horrible. And it wasn't, I don't think it's his fault. It's the
No,
writing.
because
Yeah.
that's good casting.
Yeah.
like that. You kind of want.
Like, you can see Psycho in him.
you want the
but it's a-
psycho. You want the kind of like autistic, like
Well, he did play Mark
like
Zuckerberg.
people.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
Oh,
You want that?
okay.
You want the
You want that
vibe of the
robotic-
Facebook account is now gone.
calculated serial killer that is Mark Zuckerberg. You want that as your Lex
That
Luthor.
reminds me when
Mark,
William
I never
Dafoe-
said that.
It reminds me when William Dafoe said, "People keep asking me to play the Joker. It's nice to know you have the vibe of a sociopath."
Yeah.
Yo, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
He'd come in and he'd be like, "Where's makeup?" They're like, "You
You're
don't need
yeah.
it."
I did it myself.
Like he has that ability to muscle move his mouth just like Jim Carrey to get it really elongated.
But his
out.
face just looks like it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Just, he has that in him. We can just see it.
Yeah.
Anyways, back
Rick
to
and
Rick
Morty.
We're never
Rick and
gonna get to
Morty.
the end of this
No.
episode.
It's good. Let's move on.
Yeah. But
Valhalla. You love Valhalla. It's in your blood.
yeah.
Talk about it.
Okay, they go up and they go to Valhalla and he convinced. Well, so they have this amazing and this is part of the why this show has gone on for so long on a small network and had such a huge cultural impact is because it can say these outlandish things but then say it in a very well thought out, well written,
Yes.
educated way, where instead of just being like, oh, God doesn't exist, you're stupid, whatever, he'll have this scientific explanation for how, no, okay, heaven doesn't exist. Well, I guess it kind of does. It's a construct in your head, and then you will go there and you have your own version of that. Well, why can't we just go up there? I'm not going up to his heaven. It's stupid. And then they go to
It's
Valhalla.
just careful weaving.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah.
You know, and I love they throw in the science in it
Yeah.
and mix it up, and then everyone can't get mad anymore
Yeah.
because it's like it's your opinion. That's all.
Well,
it
also
is.
it's being voiced by a clearly insane person too. So it's like you have that going for you as well.
But yeah, so his whole idea in this episode was to get access to unlimited power, so he doesn't need to use the gemstones to use all his gear and travel and everything. So they're trying to do this, and so he ends up explaining it, like you were mentioning, that it's usually the construct of your own beliefs is where you're going to end up. And so they said, hey, we need to go to Valhalla, right? So you can't do it at his garage, so they had to make a trek to Norway. Because that's the center of Valhalla, right?
Yeah.
Norway, right? So so they go to Norway. They've got this giant dome, and it looks like God of War just woken up there,
Yep.
right? All the painting and everything. By the way, they did a God of War commercial.
Rick and Morty.
Yes,
That's
he opens the crate. He goes, "Aha, Leviathan axe." All right, Rick. No. All right, Morty, let's go. And then he paints his face side red, right? And then what he does is he's like, "Yeah, this is about Kratos and his son, who's very curious." And then he just swings the Leviathan axe at a monster, right? It's a really funny commercial. It was to promote the game when it came out earlier this year. But they go to Valhalla, and they're obviously beamed up naked every time they go, which was hilarious, right? And then they got beer and everything in the big old building. What do they call that in Vikings? Just a mort, or what is
Mead
it?
Hall?
building.
No, it's not a building.
But it's BJUL with a
You lost me at BJ.
lost you.
You had me in.
I'm not gonna say it. But Chris just said it. Thanks, Chris.
No worries.
Godzilla -1 for you.
So yeah, they go up there. They
Okay.
talk to all the Vikings, and then
I love it when he goes.
Are they not hilarious? Are the
I'm-
Vikings not hilarious?
But I love it when he goes. I'm Thor's dad and Spider-Man's uncle.
That was the thing too, by the way. Odin in one of the comics, was big shout out to Emergency Awesomeness too, because I did watch his video and I found out about that. There was a universe where Odin was Mary's Aunt May.
Really?
What?
oh
yeah.
boy,
Yeah, gets it on right. And
Marissa Tomei.
yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
so, what's who's Odin? The old dude, Sir something. Odin.
Who
from,
played Odin? It was
Sir,
friggin'
what's his
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
Anthony Hopkins.
That's the one.
Is it Sir Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Sure.
So he he shags, and then
It's weird to think.
no, it's not.
The young Anthony Hopkins
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
hot, and
Yeah.
like now Melissa Tomei when she's hot.
I need to see what he looked like.
Funny how that works. But anyways, so I love the whole Viking crew. I love the fact that Morty has to continuously kill them. It reminds me of those games, those endless games where you're like, you have a turret on the top of the castle,
Oh yeah,
and you're just shooting this hordes of people that coming in.
yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. That
tower
whole
defense
scene.
games.
Yeah.
Well, no. So he goes first. Okay, first off, this like they
I know
go
I skipped on a
get
major part.
into heaven or to Valhalla. He brings out Bigfoot in a Pokeball,
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Brings
yeah.
him out in a Pokeball, and like no changing of a word or changing of a name to avoid copyright or anything like that. He just says, "No, I got him in a Pokeball here." What are you gonna do with him? I'm gonna take him out, and then he's gonna kill me. Why is he the source of? He has like 1,000 nuclear bombs.
I'll tell
and
you
guns.
why. Okay.
Okay.
Do you remember the episode where the president came and was in love with the counselor? Remember that one?
Yeah.
Episode earlier in the year. He's
Of
in
this
love with
season?
he's in love with Rick's counselor, the president.
Oh, it's a psychiatrist. Yeah. Okay.
Do you remember in one of the parts where they go to the building and there's these 3 guys sitting on the table? They're their fortune future talkers, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
One of them drew a picture of Bigfoot killing Rick. So
What?
they play. Yeah,
Really?
they played on that.
That's pretty cool.
You guys
That's
remember that?
crazy.
No, I don't remember
Yeah,
the one
he
drawing.
has-
Oh, I do remember that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah.
it was the crystals or whatever.
Yeah,
That
and
they
he
can
shows
see-
a picture of Bigfoot
Jesus
strangling.
Christ,
That's
that's a
why.
long play.
That exactly. When I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, that's why. Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why Bigfoot? Then I'm like,
Okay, this is
That's
your
why
first
Bigfoot.
experience of seeing a callback.
I'll-
Because that's every episode has been like 17,000 callbacks that we're
Right.
like losing our mind over, and you've been like, it was funny, it was great. I don't. Oh, does that happen before?
Is this the only callback in this episode?
This
No.
is the only callback from this season.
Oh, from the
Every
season.
Yeah,
other
yeah.
callback has been from 10
so this
seasons
this
ago or
this is
5
an
or whatever.
easy callback. 'Cause
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
happened a few, but they have done seasons
Yeah.
later.
When you say easy callback, you're saying somebody drew something and they showed it
So
for 2
remember the
seconds, and
crystals
I'm supposed
where
to
they
remember
could
that?
see in the future?
Yeah.
One of them showed a picture of Rick getting his shit kicked
By
out of him by Bigfoot. So that was the callback. But
so
I'm saying,
when I
like,
say easy callback, I mean it was it's easy because it's within the season.
Yeah, I
right?
get it.
But there's some where that go back to season 1,
Right.
like Poopy, what is his name? Butthole.
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
He's like seasons
I'm
ago.
still waiting for him to come back.
Wait for that callback.
But so that's the reason why he has Bigfoot there. It's to pay off that thing, which I was like, holy smokes. It took me a minute and I'm like, oh my god, yes, that's the one, right?
Right? Well, I remember we commented on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that on,
You want to put that up on the screen? Can you?
But send it to me on
Not that
Discord.
screen, on the actual
I'll
screen.
send it to you on Discord.
Do it.
Thanks.
It will.
We're gonna do it.
This is an iPad. It's not great at being used for anything.
That's
really.
fair.
That's why you shouldn't buy an iPad.
I think I want to see
Or
the,
watch their TV shows.
Oh, hey now.
This is how they should end the season of Rick and Morty. You have Poopy Butthole, whatever his name is, hook up with
Mr.
Mr.
Yeah,
Poopy
get it right,
Butthole.
buddy.
Mr. Poopy Butthole, hook up with Hugh Jackman at the end.
They had a callback to Hugh Jackman too.
Did they?
Yeah, they said, oh no, the Predator. They had a callback to
Oh, yeah,
Predator.
yeah.
Predator.
From the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, like, this is what they do, man. It messes your mind up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta like watch it over and over just to
You know what you
understand
said?
anything.
Yeah, I just sent it to Justin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't have Discord on my laptop.
No. Okay, I'll send it to you.
I'm the only one organized here.
I did grab it from
Reddit.
Reddit, so
Thanks, Reddit. Not
Yeah.
all of you are human garbage.
Anyways, when I continue while I put this up.
Oh yeah. So then they go up to Valhalla after Rick gets killed by Bigfoot. I don't know why I can't remember.
Sasquatch.
One of the
Bigfoot.
most. Yeah, maybe it's too many names. Then they go up there.
Just think of a foot that's big.
Oh right. Thank. Okay. got it. And then he convinces all the people in Valhalla that he's Odin after he builds a bunch of jetpacks out of
I should quickly mention. You know how Odin's got 2 ravens?
Previous
season.
Hugin and Munin.
Yeah, he had
Hugin and Munin.
2 ravens as well in a previous season.
Who?
Rick. Remember when he got rid of
We
Morty?
did.
And he had 2 ravens on his shoulders and he went around
yeah.
as like a weird anime superhero with the 2 ravens. He
He
is
is
Odin.
Odin. What the?
Was it Odin was incredibly wise. He gave an eye away.
And also
Rick is
was a
pretty
huge slut.
Are we even gonna get to the end of this? There's so much to unearth. In this
I
thing.
know.
So there's a long back and forth, but how does even the priest get into this?
Because they captured. No. Because
I mean, I just said that so wrong.
oh no, don't offend the priests.
They
no,
know how to get into
they-
things.
because the Morty sees that he's mourning.
He's trembling. He wants to say something about it.
Morty,
Go ahead, say it.
No, I'm just thinking like I'm gonna be really tame here.
Yeah, you better.
I'm gonna go back to Rick and Morty.
Watched.
I love how this episode is. They always joke about, oh, classic Rick and Morty adventures. What the fuck is that? But this is actually a classic Rick and Morty adventure. It's just out there. You're watching this thing. They're in Valhalla. He's trying to drain the energy from there, and Bigfoot, which he threw with a Pokeball, escapes with a screaming Rick, and then the Vatican captures it and uses it as a hitman.
because they're not allowed to kill people, but he's not people, so he can kill them. So then the Vatican turns Bigfoot into their assassin
Yeah.
to then go blow up
All kinds of-
non-denominational candle factories. God damn. Oh, just like every joke was just so good. What was the other places they blew up?
They went to a satanic cult.
Oh, yeah.
As well. They sent Bigfoot there.
Yep.
But I loved seeing Rick, like the body of Rick. They did that protocol mode,
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
it's just like some weird kid screaming and running away.
He just starts digging underground.
And they gave. I like the part where he gives him the predator thing.
Yeah.
And he's talking, but then
What did they trade the Predator for it? They
I can't
said
remember.
anyway.
But then doesn't Rick update it? And then
Oh,
he sounds like the guy who does movie trailers in a world.
Yeah.
In a world.
And then he teams up with Sasquatch, Bigfoot,
Mhm.
big man,
To
Yes.
defeat the Pope.
to defeat the Pope, who's now channeling all the power of heavens and then just continuously disintegrates them as their clones just keep getting shit out of this machine, which originally it was Summer, and he was like, why is Summer here? And he's like, because canonically she's going to be the second to die.
Yeah.
She's always the second person to die. And so Bigfoot was in Summer's body. And
But then they change him to like almost like a real person.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah. Like if Bigfoot was handsome and shaved.
Yes. Yeah.
like the beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then there's another dig at Summer because he was like, yeah, now you've got more cranial room for your brain in there.
Do you know the plot? It reminds me of that Sam Elliott movie, The Man Who Killed Bigfoot, or sorry, The Man Who Killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot. It's just so weird and out there.
It's like, did you ever watch TV Carnage?
No.
It was
No.
this show in the early 90s that was just edits of old 70s, 80s, 90s commercials and TV shows and just edited together so that the context is just horrible. And it's just it's not a good show to watch unless
Sober?
you're sober.
Right.
No. You should only watch it sober because
Oh,
it'll
okay.
do shit to you. But it's demented, and they're not editing anything, like actually doctoring anything. They're just taking clips from like 80s commercials, which are most of the time problematic
Yeah.
to begin with,
Yeah.
and then just clipping them in a way. It's very much like that, where it's like, oh god, whoa, okay, whoa. It's a roller coaster.
So
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, if you took any episode of Rick and Morty and explained to someone who didn't watch it, but you only took explain the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes, they'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
Went from here to here?"
In 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Did you guys
And
talk
you
about,
liked it?
Did you guys talk about Rick bringing in the Universal monsters?
Oh no,
Oh, no,
we
we
haven't
didn't
got to
get
that
that
part
part.
yet.
So he continuously keeps losing to the priest. It's getting annihilated. There's
Yeah,
even
Priest, it's the Pope.
Yeah.
sorry,
I'm
the
the
Pope.
Pope.
I'm the Pope, huh?
Which is like from an old SNL skit or something.
There's even
Oh
a
my
scene
God.
where they're wearing pillows.
Yeah.
You think that the blast is gonna. I just love how it just incinerates them. Like
Yeah.
immediately.
And it's not like a quick, okay, first try, second try, third try, like comedy rule of thirds. They're like, all right, we're gonna spend the next 10 minutes here.
Yeah. So he enlists or recruits Dracula,
Yeah.
Wolfman, Frankenstein monster, and Gillman.
Or the swamp thing.
Swamp Thing.
No, it's not Swamp.
No,
Thing.
no, but like that archetype or whatever.
No, it's
Oh, it is Gilman.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
Gilman. It's the there's another name for him.
He's a merman.
The creature from the
Black Lagoon.
Maybe, yeah,
that
maybe.
might be it.
Or isn't that Swamp Thing?
And
I'll
the-
look it up.
Look up Gilman, yeah. But so he recruits them. To
We're
help.
being incredibly racist to swamp monsters.
Yes, and the Mummy too, right? Did you say
Oh
that?
yeah, there was
Yeah,
the mummy.
and the mummy, yeah. And
Yeah.
the funny thing is, every time when they die, they go to Valhalla, and the true nature comes out. So
Yeah.
Wolfman is back to being human. Dracula's a human.
Yeah, and Dracula's also like, "Wow, mummy, you look good, man."
Yeah, and the mummy's the Egyptian guy.
Yeah,
Right? He's
yeah.
not
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
And but the funny thing is, Frankenstein he's still stitched up.
Because he's all just half of a bunch of different people.
And then Rick's like, "That's funny. How you're just still one piece,
Yeah.
right? You should be of
I wish
other
we had enough
people."
time to stitch the rest of you.
But yeah, it's funny that it's just so random to just have these universal monsters just show up.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't enjoy like LOL XD so random like shows. Like that's what I mean by the non sequitur stuff that they do, which is it seems out of nowhere, but they have like there's a thread to it. But then you look at like Family Guy, which is a similar archetype type of show.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, we're having dinner. Hey, remember that one time I blew up a building? It's like, okay, show me your joke.
Yeah.
And then they show the joke and you go, and then they go back to the main story. And then 5 minutes later, hey, remember that one time? Then they cut to the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, show me
Yeah.
the joke. But like, this is like, it's insane.
yeah,
And again, as you said, like if you explain the beginning and the end, and somebody goes like, and it was good.
Or they'd be like, that's the same episode?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
same season, like Christ. And
Yeah.
it's the fact that like even explain when you're watching it, you're not going like, this is what you're just enjoying it. And that's what I mean by turning your brain off, because you're not having to digest
Yeah.
and translate what's going on. You're just sitting there going like, holy shit, this is funny.
I'm just like, I can't believe they just did that.
Yeah,
That's what I say half the
Yeah.
time.
yeah. It's just nonstop action packed. That's what I felt like. Every time there's a little dip, they'll come back even stronger
yeah.
and harder and
Mm.
funnier, and it's just like it just gets better, right? And I'm just like, this is one of the episodes where I sat down and did not need to pause and go get something to drink. I wanted to sit there and wait till it finished.
Yeah.
I was like really invested in it, and that's a sign of a good
Yeah.
show.
But there was even a point.
episode.
So when Bigfoot is tricking Morty to come in, like that was
That was-
actually a
Yeah,
like,
that was so
heartfelt.
good.
and then he
And
kills
Morty's an
him.
idiot.
It's like, all right.
And Morty's, and I just love this. His eyeballs about to pop, right?
It's like, oh wow, this is like a really genuine moment. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's not.
And then it goes to Rick, and he's like, "That's what he does. He tries to kill you."
You
as if-
idiot, Morty.
As if everyone just knows Bigfoot guilt trips you into releasing him.
No, he was like, he was praying. He has religion. He's like, that's what stupid people have. He's stupid. He's Bigfoot.
By the way, it is the Gilman,
Okay.
but commonly called the creature. So
Okay,
either
okay.
or. But yeah, the Gilman.
Yeah. So had those guys in there. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they
That's
all
not-
go to Valhalla when they die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, these aren't
The
the
original state.
Bigfoot isn't the only monster the Pope has in his basement.
Yeah.
And then they find out the source to beat the Pope is to pull the plug, essentially, right? So he tells them like, "I'm not your god anymore." Like,
Look, I
so
lied.
yeah.
Oh no, he tells the monster crew, "Hey, you guys need to wait here and prepare
he
for an
leaves
impending
them.
battle."
Yeah, he leaves
Yeah.
them. So in the world, there is no monsters anymore, only Bigfoot. All the monsters are left in Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
They can never come back.
Well,
Hmm.
except
Unless he-
Bigfoot's-
Well,
Bigfoot's
Bigfoot's a
not
good guy
human.
now. And I thought this was the funniest part. Like the fact that when they leave him and tell him to go into the trees, he's like, "You know I'm smart, right? I'm not Bigfoot anymore."
Just go.
They throw beer cans at him.
Yeah, just why are you guys throwing
stop.
stuff at me? This is how it's
Yeah,
done.
you
Just
make
go,
it harder
you
than
big
it
dumb
should
animal.
be.
Yeah, that was dying when I was watching that.
Oh, that was a good trope.
Yeah.
Like just go, stop. And then the end credit. They always have end credit scene.
Yeah. Unlike Marvel.
Well, yeah, recently. Sometimes the end credit is better than the real one, the actual
Yeah.
movie. But he's playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
In the arena. I'm not a Pokemon guy. Like I know a little bit
It's
about it.
Battle Bots, but with aminals.
Yeah, and then you see them getting arrested because it's underground.
It's the Pope that he has too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he shoots out against Charizard, I guess. Is that one of the characters?
No,
right?
it's It is a fake thing.
Yeah, it's depicting Charizard though, right?
Kinda.
It's a
There's
parody
another-
on him.
No, there's like a Salamon or something.
Sure. Okay.
Anyway.
Salamander, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Pokemon guy with the hat there, he gets
the
arrested. too.
trainer.
I just find that so funny that they're all getting arrested.
Yeah, it's just like Pokemon's actually just cockfighting in the future.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And then the Pope is like, "Who was the Pope? Huh?" And then, and then you see stupid Rick. By the way, how funny was he just aimlessly running around?
Oh yeah, and then when Bigfoot's chasing him, he goes up the temple and he's just like, "Ah!" And then the Norwegian police come up.
I
just borderline doing like Swedish chef voices. And then they tranquilize Bigfoot, and then dumb Rick just and then evades them all again.
It's so good. Just
Oh,
running
God.
like everywhere. It's so good. So and he's naked
The
too,
whole
running
time.
around.
Yep.
And then when the Vatican gets him, they crucify him.
Oh, yeah. It has to be one of the best episodes this season.
Yeah.
I never laughed so much. Even right now, talking about it, I laugh so much.
Yeah.
The best episode, in my opinion, this season. It is a must watch if you love comedy, you love Rick and Morty. This is a must watch.
And it's also just like not that. I mean, we don't know because, jokes on us. This could be the most canonically important episode they've had. But it like the last couple episodes seem to like, okay, here's the story progressing. Here's this or whatever. And there was like some threads going on. But this was just like, they party with these guys and blow shit up at the end. But it was just the most fun I've had. And it kind of put a lot of other TV shows in perspective of just like, oh yeah, this is what TV is supposed to be, just fun and like make me feel something. And none of these are doing that. I don't like these.
It's the out loud laughs.
Yeah,
The laugh
the
out
gut.
loud. The
So
gut
this
laugh.
is next week is the season finale.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good wow.
Yep.
Wow.
We need Owen Wilson on that.
I know.
You need to get
I've
a
been
wow.
trying.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's go around the table, get our scores, and we'll be on to our last topic of the evening. What say you guys? Out of 10.
8.
10.
10. Banger.
I'm giving this a 9.5.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I loved it.
I'm going to have to give this a 9.5 as well.
Whoa.
Damn near perfection.
What the hell did you think about
Maybe I was watching a different show.
Slugging
Where's
behind
the
there?
monsters? Well, there was more monsters in it.
Godzilla was in this one?
mini Godzilla, swamp monster Godzilla.
Yeah. This was a great episode. A lot of fun. If somebody wants to get into Rick and Morty, I say start right now at this episode and work your way back.
Yeah.
It's a great start. It'll get you hooked.
Fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I can't wait for the next week's season. I can't believe season finale already. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
They said that next season will start same time as this one.
Well, I'm sure the new voice actors are just itching to get paid.
Yeah.
They're like, let's go. And
Yeah.
also too, like in this, okay, voice wise, Morty, I can still tell. Rick, I cannot. Morty, a couple
Eventually, you're gonna
times-
forget all about it.
It's just the cadences occasionally, and just knowing a lot about voice acting and stuff. Like the Morty stuff, a couple of cadence things, a couple of things he's doing, like muscle wise. It's like I can tell it's a different person, but like Rick,
Bang on.
same person.
Do you know what? This episode, it did not even cross my mind.
But I'm not
good.
looking for it at this point. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I'll give Morty the actor who's doing Morty now. Like I'll give him credit. Like I'm not looking for it, and
Yeah,
it's just like it's
just a memory thing.
a stupid thing in the back of my brain. Like I'm sure 90% of people.
I went back to an old episode and I couldn't really tell.
Yeah,
It was
like it's.
from another
Yeah.
season.
I think.
To get like the original. Yeah.
I think come
comparison.
next
Yeah.
year when the new season starts next year, I think
It's not gonna
ni-
be a talking point. Yeah.
I think 95% probably just gonna forget all about how
Yeah.
they've thought of Morty and Rick, their voices.
That's good because Justin Roiland's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, that was a high score, except for Chris, who just hates things.
Why are you so mad about stuff, Chris?
It's the popcorn chicken. It's
But-
bringing me down.
We are gonna get into our. Well, this coming to a year's coming to an end. It's been a great year for Popcorn Chicken. A lot of growth. A lot of thank you to all of you guys for hanging out with us. And if you're seeing us for the first time, hit the like, hit the subscribe. and hit the notification bell because do all those quick clicks and you're good. We'll take care of you every Wednesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Social media, go to A&R Universe. We're on TikTok, Instagram, X. So weird to say that. But go check us out. We have content daily dropping. Chris does a lot of work there.
Check us out. We're on your X.
Justin clips all these embarrassing moments from all of our shows to give laughter to all of you on our expense. So check those out as well. So let's get into our top 3 best and worst for TV shows and movies. Now, before anybody starts slashing our throats here, there are a couple of things to take note.
Our word is law and yours is wrong.
No. We had to have watched it. Okay. So if you didn't watch it, you can't criticize it or praise it. That's the way it works here. Right.
But we didn't have to discuss it here. You could
It could have been anything you've watched. Right.
Yeah.
We've discussed a lot of shows here, good and bad. Willow. But and it's also 2023. You could have had a show or a show that started late 2022 and then finished in 23. That counts, but it's only for 2023 year.
These are lots of rules.
Yeah, well, I just want to make that because
Wait,
the
I didn't
internet, they're
know
so
the
polite
last-
and friendly,
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
They love people's opinions, right? So I just want to make that. Hello, Kiwi. Look
Hi,
forward
Kiwi.
look forward to seeing you tomorrow,
Hello there.
and look forward to you handing the Xbox to somebody else. Just kidding. So okay, where do we want to begin for the best TV show?
Let's do worst TV shows.
Okay, want to do worst TV show?
Worst
okay.
TV shows, then best. So
All right, I'm gonna pick who's gonna go first.
do it.
Okay, I'm gonna make Nathan go.
Okay, so worst for me.
So
3 worst. right?
3 is your 1 is being your worst at the top.
One is being
So you got 3, right?
Yeah.
So the last one you pick is the worst one.
Yeah.
okay. So very last one.
The last one
Wait,
you
wait.
pick.
Number 1 is the absolute worst?
Yeah. Because you're gonna go 3, 2, 1.
Oh, starting at 3.
Did you guys
Yeah.
get that at home?
Yeah. A lot of rules, right? But come on. I have to do this.
3,
I'm too
2,
sober for
1.
this shit.
3, 2, 1. 1 being the worst.
The problem is now all I'm thinking about is the worst.
Go to 3. Go to 3. You don't have to give a long explanation. Just give your 3.
Okay. I'm gonna give the worst one first because otherwise I can't think of anything else.
We're gonna start at 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at
You're
one.
gonna build those anticipations at all?
I can't. It's burning a hole.
I
in my
need to
head.
get it out.
Mandalorian season 3.
Oh,
I really didn't like it.
wow.
I was just
Chris
one of
does
those
not look
sad-
happy with that pick.
It's,
No, you
Okay,
know-
hey, you guys cannot give yours. Yours. No,
no,
you have to let him
I'm
finish.
saying it sat
It's my
with you.
poker
And that's
face.
what the
It did. I knew it was gonna be bad. I
sure.
don't want to.
No,
No,
you did
hey,
call
hey.
it. You did call it.
Yeah.
You were the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
person.
You're
yeah.
the one
did.
person that did.
Yeah.
So
You
Nate's
check that
saying,
episode
yeah.
out too.
We're just doing TV shows, not
Yeah, yeah.
Just
So you gotta
TV
give you a
shows first.
second, and you.
right?
Well, is that the worst one?
That's the
So
worst.
you're working your way down.
I think.
Apparently, you don't know how rules work. Okay.
I think it's fair that
He's
one
a
was
rebel,
bad.
man. He comes
Okay.
in
So your
late.
second
He
worst
doesn't
is?
care. He wears
Ooh,
cool
second
jackets.
worst.
There's so many to pick from. Why are you having trouble?
Now I'm
Pretty much
blanking.
anything
I
we
only
talked
gotta
about.
do 3.
I'm on the spot. I'm
I ran out of
scared.
space in my Excel sheet.
I got pie charts.
yeah. Graphs.
I'm gonna do
Oh,
a little
gosh.
play
Throw-
later.
Throw a couple names at me. I'll just to jog
No,
my memory.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it on your own.
Oh gosh.
Someone did not make their list.
I rushed over here.
No, you wasn't not rushed over here. You had a week.
I got my
Think
top
of
ones.
the studios that made things. Marvel made some stuff.
Disney.
Oh yeah.
Disney.
Okay, wait. let's go
I,
back.
I knew you only needed a push.
You had one job, Nathan.
Okay. Most of it's gonna be Disney.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Mando's being your worst.
Mando's the worst. Season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exclusively, yes.
Oh gosh, let me go pull up Disney Plus. It's basically everything in the brand new section.
You're not wrong.
And then
Wait,
It's
Kiwi's
true.
upset. He's like, I'm not coming tomorrow.
I'm coming tomorrow
With a question mark.
They said I am coming tomorrow. Sorry, I thought he said I'm not coming tomorrow.
Oh, he's saying I'm coming tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes,
and then
that is
Harsher,
required.
Harsher says that's a good wrong opinion. God, I love people when they come on here and give their points. I love all of you guys coming here and giving your points. Whether it's right or wrong to us, it doesn't matter. It's awesome. I love reading you guys' comments. Keep
do
it
you
up.
want- Okay, this is gonna.
I should
be
just
a
pick
little
one of you
controversial.
guys.
I think I'm gonna do Monarch as third.
It's
right
not
now.
over yet, though.
I know it's not over, but right now
I should have mentioned that
I'm-
in the rules,
I'm
too.
really disappointed with how it's been going.
Yeah, but what if the next 5 episodes are banger? Then what? Are
Yeah,
you
what
do?
if it's just Monster Wrestle Fights 2024?
Don't circumvent the
wait,
rules.
hold on. we've gone back before.
Look,
that.
Cowabunga just gave you a massive hint.
Secret Invasion. Oh yeah, Secret Invasion was pretty.
That's
bad.
what I was saying with Marvel.
I thought that was 2022.
No, that came
How?
out this year.
We just spoke
that
about
stench
it.
is still around.
We just finished talking about it in the summer.
I'm still cutting clips of that shit. Why? Samuel L. Jackson is trending for
And-
some
okay.
reason. I don't know. I'm just trying to
This
hit
one,
away.
I know you guys are not going to say this at all because this is not a show that I'd normally watch. But I've had to watch parts of it with my girlfriend. It's like the latest season of
It doesn't matter.
Kardashian show.
You watch what you watch.
I
Yeah,
want to
you watch.
shoot myself
The Kardashians.
every time I see them.
Sure, that's valid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate it.
No one's going to
Kardashian show.
disagree with you here.
I think it's just called Kardashians.
yeah, the
I've
Kardashians
had
on
to-
Disney Plus.
Hey, that's
Trust me, I
on
know.
Disney
Is Disney Plus as
My
well?
wife cried when I cut Disney Plus.
Why is Disney losing money? How could they, with such exemplar content like the Kardashians and Secret Invasion?
Wholesome family.
Who?
Wholesome family.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
those are your 3.
those are my 3 worst.
Okay, you're dropping
Oh my
sauce all over the table.
Not sauce.
Sauce.
Okay, who's next?
Okay,
It'll be quicker now.
Mine are all Disney Plus.
Yeah.
all right, go for it. You're gonna start from 3, 2,
3,
1.
2, 1.
Unlike this
so-
guy.
Yeah, they're all Disney Plus, but of course, like it is all stuff we talked about because if I'm watching a show that I don't like, I'm gonna stop watching
Yeah,
it.
fair
Yeah,
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right?
You're not
But I
wrong.
have to keep watching it because we're gonna talk about it. So these are all 3 Disney Plus. 3 is Ahsoka. Now this isn't
Really?
it's not like the worst show,
Yeah.
but I was disappointed in it.
Yeah.
So it's 3 on my list.
Okay.
I was disappointed in we talked about this in her, the story, the just I was disappointed by a lot of it.
Fair enough.
2 is Secret Wars because let's face it, there was nothing secret and there was no or
There
secret,
was
not
no
Secret
war
Wars,
either.
Secret Invasion. Sorry, Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is number 2 because it wasn't secret and there was no invasion. Right?
Yeah.
Damn it,
We-
you stole my line.
We decided that the movie with Rowdy Roddy Piper should have been called Secret Invasion. Right? They Live. That should have been called Secret
Yep.
Invasion. And number 1 is the same as you. It's Mando season
Yeah.
3. Because I still love Mando season 1, 2. That's my favorite thing. Those 2 seasons are my
In
favorite.
case you can't tell.
Yeah, exactly. But Mando season 3 was like that episode with Jack Black and Lizzo. I just wanted to punch somebody. Like I was lucky I was watching. My kids weren't watching it with me
Oh
because
my
I was
God.
ready to punch someone.
Oh,
But,
I
yeah.
know exactly how you feel.
Again, so these aren't like the worst shows ever, but I had to. We watched them.
Worst
and-
of 2023.
yeah,
Yeah.
But they're just so I was just
Yeah.
so disappointed. So yeah, Ahsoka, Secret Wars, Secret Invasion, sorry, and Mando season 3 are mine.
Go for it, Justin.
Yeah, Secret Invasion number 1. Because
Again, 3, 2, 1.
I see. I'm not horrible.
he
now.
started a trend and I followed. Okay, number 3. Number 3, I'm gonna go. Number 3, I'm gonna go. Ahsoka was the least bad of the worst.
The least bad of the worst.
Yeah, because they did cool stuff, and there was parts that tickled my Rebels fanboy brain.
You're right. The Anakin. was-
Yeah, like there's cool ideas, they just weren't implemented right
Yeah.
or well.
Okay.
And then number 2, I'm gonna go Mandalorian. Because I was more disappointed because of the 2 seasons prior that were so absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
That it was just a big letdown. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yep.
And then number 1 is Secret Invasion. Because that I think was the writing on the wall for how nobody gives a shit about Marvel any properties, period. And yeah, your point, it was hard to come up with the worst because like apart from the things that we've talked about here, because yeah, if a show like sucks or like 2 episodes in, I'm just like, I don't care. I just immediately expunge it from my brain
Yeah.
and I stop watching.
Yeah,
for sure.
So
definitely.
thanks, Elvin, for
Yeah.
bringing
tried.
me through.
So it
Okay.
could be the worst, but it's just what was the biggest disappointment?
Yeah.
Basically.
All right.
Go for it.
I have an honorable mention before I get my 3.
Uh-huh.
It's Loki. Loki is my honorable mention as one of the turds of 2023.
Are you serious?
Like a heart attack.
You don't remember fighting with him every week about this?
Number 3 on the
Maybe we had
list.
discussed Loki before nature.
Yeah.
Number 3 on the list is Mando.
Mhm.
Very disappointed in this season. I expected great things. We waited forever, and they dropped the ball. This was not a good. It had in the beginning. It had some intrigue because it was
Yeah.
spilling over from season 2, so it had some intrigue of what's going on. But all I saw was this dude just walking in hallways,
I think the first,
Forever.
Yeah.
and I was just like, "What are we doing here? Like, why are we wasting so much time with this guy walking around everywhere?"
Mhm.
Walking into towns, walking into what's in Bo-Katan's palace, walking into a cave, and it's just like endless walking. It's like, oh God, stop. The action was okay. There's some good parts in there, but overall it was disappointing. And then you could see it transitioning over to the Bo-Katan story halfway through, and it's just like we wasted a whole season making this sword so valuable and important, only to simply just hand it over when he did it in the first place. It wasn't allowed, but the second time it's totally fine.
Yeah.
So
And then they destroyed it.
yeah,
And they actually didn't introduce the villain, Moff Gideon, until like the second last episode.
Yeah.
yeah, very
Yeah.
disappointing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 3. Number 2 is Ahsoka. I could care less about this show. I really like the character, but I think everything around that character was just garbage, including what's her face, short hair,
Sabine.
when she gets direct kill shot and comes back and goes, yeah, not a scratch on me, I'm
No,
good.
it's fine. They've got
Yeah.
mechanical
Yeah.
livers now.
Yeah, so the nanobot technology.
Yeah.
What's the name? Ezra. Disappointing. The
Yeah.
acting was not that good. Disappointed in his ability because he's such an important character from Rebels, only to see him being put to the side, and doesn't want his lightsaber. Doesn't need it. So I guess a Jedi training that he went through with, what's his name?
Kanan.
Kanan was all completely a waste. That whole relationship was so special in that TV show,
Yeah.
Rebels.
Yeah.
And you took all this training. The guy sacrificed his life training you and then killed himself so that you guys can live. And all you're gonna say
It's
is,
just like a throwaway, like joking between the three of it's just so
yeah, it's like, oh, yeah,
casual.
and I was just like, yeah, that's
There's
such,
so,
yeah, so such a disrespect.
Ahsoka up now.
And apparently-
I'd like to change my order.
And then and this whole everyone could be a Jedi. People can argue till the cows come. I don't
They're
care.
wrong.
I don't care if everyone can be a Jedi or certain people can be, but there should be training involved to
Yes.
horn in your powers, not just be able to
It's
move a cup and then be able to do.
And the
lift
cup never came back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can barely move a cup, but then the next few episodes later, you're throwing a human being across onto a spaceship.
Who's been eating nothing but snail food, so he's put on a
Yeah.
few pounds.
Yeah,
too.
there's some
Yeah.
LBs
but
added on
more
there.
than that, it's just like we've seen the story so many times,
Yeah.
right? Like enough with it. Like actually, sorry for me, something I didn't. One of the hugest disappointments with Ahsoka was I was gonna say Thrawn, but it was like Thrawn because he was just like
I don't like
wasn't
to.
menacing at all.
I don't like to make fun of people, but
Oh, we know.
Yes,
you
you do. Yes, you do. Come on.
pair to the throne. That's all I'm
I
gonna
like
say.
how it's people on the internet. Some people are saying this.
Hey, I
Sorry,
love the dude.
This is what you should have said. Is this is a thing I'm starting to try and get trending on the internet. I invented
No, it's
this.
like I don't like to complain on the internet, but listen up, people.
Let me tell you what sucks.
Anyways, you thought those
My
two were
list of
bad. Wait till my
grievances.
number one. All right, so my number one worst TV show. It's not even a contest here. It's
Oh, I thought it was actually gonna be something controversial, and then
Yeah, I thought that too.
What?
You're leading it up to
Yeah.
say something like
that is
worst
controversial.
Secret Invasion. Nobody liked that show.
Secret Invasion is controversial to me because it was
Oh.
supposed to be.
Well, tell us it's an internal turmoil, not one that's going to be.
I never said it wasn't external. What I'm saying is this was such a disappointment because there was so much you could have done with the scrolls.
Yeah.
There's so much you could do. They have a
They did
long
more
history
in the with the Skrulls in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
That's not even the worst part. Like how could you screw up the Skrulls, right? So they do screw it up big time. The worst part of it all was how you dropped Nick Fury from all the way from the top here, who assembled the Avengers, to a low loser who can barely get out of an argument and has like heart palpitations every time and has to sit down on the bench and take his medicine. It was so disappointing to see how far he has fallen from Avengers 1 to now. Or not even that. When he first met Iron Man at his house, he was so, empowering, and he was so like right there on the screen. He has no powers except for the ability to communicate and get people together, which was a strong suit.
So I would even take it a step further and say, like, they not only managed to completely castrate Nick Fury, but they managed to castrate Samuel motherfucking Jackson.
Exactly.
How? He could be in a kid's movie, and you're like, whoa, hold on, he's gonna kill
That's
somebody.
badass.
Yeah, like he's still badass in the Muppets.
All these mother playing on the plane,
Muppets
right?
on the-
Snakes on a Plane. That's a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's good because Sam Jackson's in it.
But I don't think any of us have seen the Marvels, but he's in it, and everyone's like, he's not even the same character as Secret Invasion. They just like he's totally forgotten.
They have
now.
torn him down to the bottom of the depths.
Yeah.
What's that place in Star Wars? The big
The Sarlacc pit.
no, in Star Wars, the city, the whole city.
Coruscant.
He's
Narshada.
at level 190 at the bottom there, right? He's at the bottom
There's like
depth.
500.
Okay, 5,000. He's at the very bottom there with scraps and bums, and it's such a disappointment to see.
Also, what they did with Rhodey was just so stupid.
Oh,
Like the fact that he's been a Skrull this whole time.
yeah.
Like,
It
why?
was such just a throwaway.
And then the worst part was when you see what's her face from Game. I can't remember names today. Game of Thrones, Cersei, or not Cersei. Amelia
Clark.
Oh yeah, and she becomes the most
this
powerful.
weird cringy moment where she has all these powers and she's roided up arms.
But
It's
the
just like,
CG was so bad.
what are we doing here? Like, what are you in woman empowerment, bros? Like, I was like,
This
what?
looks like a filter on Snapchat.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was so bad. And then
The chicken filter that I did for like on Instagram in 5 minutes looked better than the arms that she had on.
the worst
Drax
thing is
arms.
now she's the most powerful character in Marvel because she has everybody's abilities all in it. So how are you going to explain that going forward? They just created a massive problem. They didn't even realize this problem.
They'll just forget about it.
Yeah,
never
Doctor
brought
Strange yeets her to another.
you're gone.
There we go. Problem solved.
Abracadabra.
Yeah.
Harry Potter's on the other side waiting for her.
Yeah. It's like they wanted to have the giant anime fight, but the thing that anime does is takes 10 goddamn seasons to get them that powerful. And you see the training and the buildup and all the struggles and turmoils that they go through. And the payoff is then them being the most powerful thing in the world. But then you've grown up with these people. This was just like, I'm here, I'm dead. I'm here, I'm a Skrull. My dad's a Skrull. I'm dead. I'm most powerful. Credits. And you're like, I what?
I think they were trying to go for the shock and awe. And yeah, they did get a shock and awe from me of how disappointing it was. They did really screwed up the continuation of Marvel characters like Nick Fury and Rhodey, like you mentioned, and on this new character that Amelia is playing. I don't know what's going to happen, but it is a giant mess. It is one of the worst TV shows I've seen in the last 5 years. Well, one of the worst. I was very careful with my words. There's still one that takes the crown and will never be dethroned. And Cowabunga, dude, you're the reason why.
Look in the chat though.
Was that this year?
No,
She-Hulk.
it was not this year.
It wasn't.
It wasn't this year. It was
Okay.
last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. Somebody do fact check that.
Unless it came into the new year.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was
was-
last year.
it was last year because this started this year.
Yeah, Secret Invasion was one of them.
And Mandalorian.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, okay,
August.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. I
Speaking
remember. I
of
remember
the worst-
ranting it for a whole year.
Speaking of the worst TV show ever, guess what?
I found it.
Willow.
Did you actually?
I found it.
Where? How deep in the dark
While
web did you
I
have
was
to go?
while I was streaming last
Oh,
week.
Don't be sorry. Nobody's sorry watching that.
No.
While I was
No.
streaming last week and I was doing the new Tribes game, the beta, one of the people in the Tribes Discord, while I was talking shit about Willow, and then I had a rant because I was like 10 beers deep about how I can't find it, and they expunged it from the internet. One guy's like, I bet I could find it, and he found it within like 5 minutes. He's like, yo,
my.
Headlamp, check your messages. And I was like, it's here.
I have it.
Please don't send that in my way.
Oh, you're getting a hard copy, motherfucker.
Ah, no.
All right, let's
Ah.
move on to the best. Now
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
we've
so that is
complained about
my
the worst.
3 worst. All right, let's go in the
No
best. Let's.
surprises.
Best TV.
Are you ready? Are
I
you
have it
ready
in
this
order.
time?
Go,
okay, okay.
This is a
Go
lot
3, 2,
easier.
1.
okay. Go for
3,
it.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. So third place, I enjoyed Loki.
Okay,
I
third
did.
place, third
That's
best. Okay,
third,
yeah.
third
Yeah.
best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second, I know it's not done yet, and there's a couple episodes that I wasn't thrilled with, but I do
Monarch.
think it's pretty good.
It's
Rick
my
and
worst
Morty.
and best.
Well, Rick and Morty, I'll give you that because it is ending in 2023.
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. Yeah, I don't think the season finale is going
Yeah.
to disappoint or be able to lower it.
And I think the
It did enough to go to second place for you.
I think it did above Loki.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because with Rick and Morty, like so many episodes, I did just love. I laughed so much,
Yeah.
and that's what it's supposed to be as a
Yeah,
comedy show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top one, Silo. I thought Silo was.
Oh, okay.
It was really.
I'm gonna
well
go on a
done.
limb and say nobody here has that as number 1. And I wait, don't say
Oh.
anything.
I just think it was perfectly
For a
done.
new
Yeah.
IP and like, yeah.
I don't
was
have
really
a huge
well
problem
done.
with it.
Yeah.
Don't have a huge
If
problem
we
with
did, though.
There is an alley out there.
If you said Willow,
it. Okay, so running back do you have any honor mentions at all?
for best TV shows, I forgot them now.
Yeah.
Oh,
If only you had written them all down.
I've got down my shows now. I actually had a couple other.
So what were your 3?
honorable
We'll just say your 3 again.
It's Loki.
Loki.
Third. Second is Rick and Morty.
And
First is Silo.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Go for it, Chris.
Silo is 3 for me
Okay.
I knew it.
because I liked everything about it. I can't
Yeah.
wait for season 2 to come out. One
2026.
What?
when?
2026.
Piss off.
Yeah.
Wow.
God damn it. What am I going to do for a year?
Yeah.
Watch Disney stuff.
Number 2 was a show that we did not talk about, but it was actually Succession season 4.
I've been, yeah.
So Succession is the HBO. It's a family. They own the
tried to get
media.
into that. I watched
It
2
was-
episodes. I gotta watch more, I think.
Yeah. Anyways, the first 3 seasons are there's some good stuff in there, but season 4 kills it. Like
Okay.
it's because it ends it, and it's like this family,
Oh,
and
it's-
they own the father owns the
Media
media empire, and then
conglomerate,
there's
yeah.
the kids who's going to take it over, and obviously season 4 is when you see the takeover, and it's
So
just
season 4, it's like the end.
yeah, it's done,
Oh, okay. I
done,
love
done,
that.
done.
Yeah.
I love that.
Doesn't drag it on. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that's 2.
That's 2. Number 1 is Last of Us,
Oh,
I'm not even gonna argue with that at
do you know
all.
what?
and
I'm not-
here's a guy who doesn't know the game at all.
Sure.
I don't know the game. I've
You don't
never
need to.
played
That's
it.
the beauty part of it. You don't
But-
need to know the game.
the relationship between Joel and Ellie.
Oh,
that
Chef's
freaking
kiss, baby.
that
Ah.
episode.
Chef's kiss. Yeah. Chef's kissing antidepressants down my throat.
Yeah. There's so much heartbreak in so many episodes, and the episode of the
I didn't
log-
cry. I don't know what you're talking about, Chris.
I
The-
get to rewatch that like next,
I had to
next
watch-
month. I got to rewatch
Yeah.
it. With
I had to
gotta-
watch
gotta
it
watch
away
it.
from my wife.
Yeah.
Just because if I cry,
Yeah, because
she
you
would
don't
just
like
be like, "Ah, you're
feelings."
crying."
So I'm still trying to convince my wife. She won't watch it, but that one episode of the love story
Oh.
between the 2 guys, I'm like, you got to watch this. This is like one of the best episodes.
My
in the
kids,
history
One of
of
the best
TV.
my
things
youngest
ever
watched it
filmed.
and loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to
Yeah.
get my wife to watch that. But yeah, it's I can't again.
Wait, you got her to watch that episode?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
trying
thought
to
you were
get her
like,
to.
hey, you should watch this show. Here's absolutely a debilitating depression.
Well, she's like, I'm not going to watch this the zombie show.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, just watch
Yeah,
this.
my
It's
wife's
not-
like,
it's
I
not
want
a
to
zombie
watch this
show.
zombie show.
It's
She
not
loves
a
zombie
zombie
stuff.
No.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So she watched it, and I try to watch it away from her.
But
I'm not
unfor-
crying.
Yeah.
Look at my eye.
Again,
I gotta
unfortunately,
go get a drink.
Yeah.
season 2 won't be out for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
going to start shooting it. Anyway, so yeah, those are my 3: Silo, Succession season 4, and Last of Us.
Great. All right, go for it. Justin.
I'm gonna say my number 3 is gonna be Bodies. I really liked Loki, and it was fun, and it was a
You
great
did- That's your honorable mention, Loki.
honorable mention
Ah!
is my is Loki.
It's
Yeah,
not that
I
great,
mean,
people. You don't even
It
have it in
is.
your 3. See, I told you guys.
No,
it's not
you
a good
didn't.
show.
That's not what this.
No, if it wasn't
Point
a
of-
show, it'd be Indian 3.
No,
you're wrong.
it's Marvel, and it was really good, and I enjoyed it. That nobody has said anything
Not
like
in the
that
top
this
3,
year.
Not in your top 3.
Just admit it, Justin. He's right. Come on, change
Okay,
your
you're
mind.
right. Sorry,
Come
I
on.
forgot.
Elvin, tell him what his number 2 is.
I'll tell you what number 2s are. Loki's a number 2.
Here's my number 3.
Yeah, my number 3 was Bodies. It was a great story, and to kind of piggyback.
I'm
on
going to
what
be
you're
watching
saying,
that during the holiday. I'll check it out.
it's- Oh,
Yeah.
so
It's going
good.
to be a great Christmas atmosphere on that one.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's there's a lot of snow.
There you go.
It might be ash from bombings because part of it takes in World War II. I can't remember.
That's
But the Nazis wore red. That's almost Christmas colors, kind of. Sure. Anyway, and it was what you're saying to like about Succession. Like this is the final season. And the story's done.
Yeah.
It's a British production studio, which generally British TV is like, we have a story, we're gonna run it a season. And that's it. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, about season 2? They're like, oh, we're making another TV show about space
Yeah.
goblins. You're like, okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
This is based on I think late 80s, early 90s DC comic about 4 detectives investigating a murder, and it's really cool. Or 4 detectives in different timelines investigating the same body. So it's
Cool.
It's a time cop thing without being a sci-fi, which is mind-boggling.
Nice.
Number 2 is going to be Silo. For
Didn't I predict that? I said it won't be number 1 for anybody.
Well, yeah, because
But
Last
it was.
of Us,
But I'm not saying the show wasn't good.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, Silo as a new IP, phenomenal. It hooked us immediately, and again, for a new IP to have us theorizing after 2 episodes, after 1 episode,
And that ending,
and
yeah.
the ending paid off, and
Yeah.
that's the same thing. For,
It was the biggest worry that we had about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
ending paying off. And it
and
did.
the same thing for Bodies too. I like, even just from the little amount that I read or knew about it before, I was like, this is a cool concept. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's on Netflix, so it's all out. I'm gonna enjoy a bit of this. I think the ending, I don't see how
Silo's
they will
on
do
Apple.
No, I'm talking about Bodies.
Oh, sorry.
How
okay.
they'll do a fulfilling ending. And
Yeah.
it was just like, here's the ending, and you're like, yeah, and you're satisfied and you're satiated.
Awesome.
Silo, the exact same thing. And then number 1 is Last of Us. I've just
Don't even have to say anything.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't argue with those. Those are pretty good.
But it's your turn, Elvin.
It is. All right. I've got 4 honorable mentions.
Oh my god! Talk about changing rules. I didn't say rule, guy.
I didn't say you can't have honorable mentions.
So tell us what we got wrong.
We didn't say you could.
Let me
though.
tell you, my friend, you guys missed on a lot of shows that could have been. So the reason why I
Did
mentioned,
we watch any of them though?
I watched all of them, and I
No,
think
I'm saying, did we?
you probably watched 2/3 of them.
All right.
If you haven't, I don't know what you were doing in your life. Anyways, I was in front of the TV a lot of times.
Speaking of life, go ahead.
Yeah, lack thereof. All right, my honorable mentions, number 8.
Okay, I'd like to get home sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Hijack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody forgot about that.
No, I didn't. I thought about it. I thought about
What? What? No.
We remember
What?
it exists.
No, I meant you didn't have it in your
it.
list.
So that's an
honorable
honorable mention.
mention.
We're
You
not
got
saying
four
that it
honorable
doesn't
mentions.
exist.
Whoa, Arrow's throwing at me. Jeez, relax, people. Tulsa King from Stallone. This is a gem. This is a great Paramount Plus show. You can get a 7-day free pass. Watch that.
Watch it
Binge
at your neighbors.
Yeah, or watch it at your neighbors. Tulsa King's good. Ted Lasso.
Mm.
Very good ending.
Yeah.
They ended it just like a British TV show.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we had enough. Pull the plug. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was great. The ending was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Number 5 is Silo for me.
Yeah.
There are 4 other shows. Oh no, sorry.
Why did
Number-
you say do a top 3 when you just wanted to do a top
Sorry,
10?
I had them wrong.
Well,
Number-
the
number-
3 of us will go to the bar. Come back. Tell us when you're done. Text us when you're done.
lose the numbers. It was 7, 6, 5, 4. Silos 4.
Changing the rules even more.
No, these are honorable mentions. I'm gonna get to my 3 here.
Where's the button to get the
I'm gonna start
orchestra to
adding
start
honorable
fucking
mentions to
playing?
my movie list.
You guys weren't creative. Sorry. Hey, you should be laughing. You didn't even do a list. Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right.
going.
Okay.
Keep
Can I
going.
finish?
Yes.
All right. So number 3 on the list.
Started.
Number 3 on my list is Twisted Metal. This was a really good show on Paramount Plus. If you did not see it, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you guys. It was a really good show. Twisted Metal.
That
Number
was
3.
a Falcon, right?
Number 3. Yes.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Really good show. Samoa Joe wrestler. He's the clown on there.
Oh, nice.
Very good. And number 2 on my list is Last of Us.
Okay.
Man, I played the game and I had to finish the game because I watched the show. I'm like, I need
When
to
was the last time you beaten a game?
long time.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the time to finish it.
No. I know. I'm saying
Too
like.
busy watching TV.
But I had to finish this game because I'm like, this game was great and the show was just as good. Last of Us, number 2. Number 1 on my list, One Piece.
Hey, Cowabunga dude
There
got
we
it
go.
right.
Yeah. Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
One Piece. Is number
One
for him.
Piece. Man, this was such a well-balanced show. All the characters had their strengths and weaknesses, and that's what was really interesting. They didn't overdo it with one character saying it's better than the others. Such a fun show.
Sure.
Great show. And Netflix finally got it right with an anime.
Yeah.
Finally
Yeah.
got it right. And that's because the creator said, I want creative control.
Yeah.
And he stuck to it. I'm like, he's like, nope, not changing it because you saw Cowboy Bebop.
I was gonna say, and he also watched Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. And he's like, nope.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for season 2. They say they're going to do at least 5 seasons.
Yeah. They
At
have
least.
to.
I mean, the
Yeah.
anime is like 30 seasons in.
there's
But that's
yeah.
my number 1 show. And honorable mentions were really good too. It was really tough. Salah could have been up and down any of that list too.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Last
for
of Us,
sure.
I had to like talk myself into picking 1 and 2. It was so hard.
Yeah.
They're both great shows, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
All
Sorry
right.
about that, guys.
Let's move on to movies.
Is it Thursday already?
Hey, it's Christmas. Hey!
So we're gonna talk about worst movies, and Nathan Justin, I'll be really quick so Elvin can talk for a while.
I apologize.
It's all right. It's all good. All right. Who's gonna go first now?
Yeah,
I can go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, worst
Top
movies.
worst
Okay.
movies.
So starting at 3. Now this one's kind of weird because
Number
I don't think
3.
it's a horrible movie. It just, I don't know. It wasn't the most interesting in the series. Do you guys know Agatha Christie, the detective novels?
Mhm.
Vaguely, yeah.
So like Murder on the Orient.
Yeah.
So the newest one came out, A Haunting in Venice.
Right.
It was decent, but the problem is, like all murder mysteries of this genre, it's super repetitive.
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. I fell asleep. I had a good nap. But it was one of those movies where it's a little too repetitive. It's interesting, but it's kind of, again, it is repetitive.
Yeah.
It's just a murder mystery. You fall asleep, you wake up, you're like, oh, it was that guy the whole time. I kind of
Right.
guessed it.
Right.
Second, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That was horrible.
What do you mean Quantumania?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Quantumania.
I meant 3. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
That was horrible. See, I can't even remember the title. It was that bad.
Yeah,
It was so bad that Loki literally dunks on it and
Yeah.
just like completely belittles its existence. He's like, I haven't. I figured it out.
It was like Ant-Man
was
generally.
horrendous, yeah.
Yeah, Ant-Man generally has done well. The previous movies. The first one was really good. Second one was
Yeah.
But the third one was just
one
It's
could say it was
disappointing.
very small.
Bite size.
and then first, can you guess what I'm gonna say?
Yes, I can.
yeah.
I already know.
Dun,
And
dun,
who
dun,
predicted it?
dun, 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 dun,
Where's my fedora?
dun, dun, dun.
I had hope. I had so much hope.
Go back and watch that episode where I said to you guys, it is going to be the bomb of the summer. And you laughed it off. What are you talking about, my guy, Harrison? He's got
had
it all.
hope. I really had hope. And you know what, Harrison?
Somebody
acting in
said
it-
Barbie in this room when we were asked. I don't know who it was, but somebody said Barbie will bomb.
No.
It wasn't
No,
me because
no,
I didn't
no,
even
no.
know what to expect.
No, when I
from
said
that.
it would bomb, I meant like after Oppenheimer.
The Oppenheimer bomb.
It-
Is that what you
It'll
meant?
be the bomb.
It was the bomb.
So it was you.
no. But yeah, no. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones was just Harrison Ford.
The
great
dial
actor,
of diarrhea. That's what it was.
They destroyed his character. A character that I truly love,
Yeah.
like more than
The dial
any
of
other
dementia.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is like Indiana Jones for me is like wrestling and like
The Dial of
Stallone,
Decay.
like everything for you. Like it's, anyways.
Yeah.
Those are my three.
Yeah.
Well, mine are
Okay.
very similar. to yours.
Ooh, okay.
Very similar. Number 3 is a murder mystery, but it's actually the Netflix movie Murder Mystery 2 with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. The first murder mystery is actually good with those two. Murder Mystery 2 was just bad.
That was this year, wasn't
Yeah.
it? That was that the one that where they're on the island?
Yeah. No.
No.
You're thinking of Knives Out,
Oh
aren't you?
no.
Maybe not.
No, I'm not
Or-
thinking of that one.
Okay.
They have like
The glass-
Indian friend or something.
Yeah.
She invites
Yeah,
him
that's
over
it.
to a party.
Yeah. The boat and then the island. Yeah.
That was bad.
Anyways, because I remember watching it as a family, Murder Mystery, the first one, and we actually enjoyed it. So we were looking forward to the second one, and then we're like, oh, this is so stupid. So that's number 3. Number 2 is Indiana Jones, which I actually just watched recently. I didn't go to the theater to watch it. I waited till it came out on Disney.
Aren't you glad?
Yes, because after like
The
an
Dial of Disappointment.
hour and I don't know, maybe 2 hours in, I'm like, this is just a chase after chase after chase after chase
Yeah.
after chase.
And a
chase.
horrible camera chase too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh,
Like
who's got the
jittering
dial?
everywhere.
Does he have the dial? Let's go get the
The
dial.
music
Oh,
wasn't anything special either.
yeah,
And it's an indie film.
yeah,
Music's massive in them.
and yeah, and I could even care less about the Dial of Destiny when it finally started to work at the end and stuff like that.
Who
So,
cares?
yeah, it was annoying. And switching number 1 is Ant-Man for me. Quantumania. I almost.
Yeah.
I think
Those are some turds you just dropped. Yeah.
Again, I didn't see it in the theater. I was on Disney.
But you've seen them. That's the key.
I
You
saw
have
it,
to
but
see the movie.
I did walk out of the room for a good 15 minutes. Man, and just let it play.
Some laundry. You know, you come back.
It's like, you know when you usually pause? I'm going to pause. And,
You're like, no, let it run.
I'll just let it go. So maybe I missed the best
I'm gonna go
part. but
shit
I
for
somehow
15
did.
minutes.
So yeah, those are my 3. Murder Mystery 2,
Lucky you. I
Indiana
couldn't leave the
Jones,
theater.
Ant-Man.
All right, Justin, go for
I also saw Ant-Man in the theater.
it. Ooh.
That's gonna be my number.
Whoa, are you changing midway here?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know that I saw very many bad movies because for the exact reason that Chris mentioned, like
You
if
just-
something's bad, I'm just gonna be like, not really gonna go spend my money on it. So I can only think of 2 bad movies I saw this year, or that came out this year, and that's Ant-Man and the Quantum. Who cares?
Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man the third.
The third. There's 3
And,
guys?
Peter Pan and Wendy.
Well, wait, hold on. Cowabunga, dude. What?
What do you say?
I liked Ant-Man okay enough. Whoa.
Hey, that's his opinion.
No,
That's
no,
your
no.
opinion.
That's
But
a
you
wrong
also
opinion.
liked Willow
Yeah.
Why are you yelling? He can hear you just
because
Come
he
on.
hurt me.
I'm not using the internet. I want him to hear it.
Yell
He
through the
literally
camera.
heard you from his house now.
No, Ant-Man, it was enjoyable in the theater as a theater experience, but like as far as story and writing and plot and CG, it was garbage. And yeah, Peter Pan and Wendy, we for some reason watched that under Elvin's tutelage.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
That one was bad.
But I don't think I can't think of another movie that I saw this year. I was gonna say Amsterdam, but that came out the end of last.
Sorry, what was your number 1 again?
Peter Pan and Wendy.
Okay.
The movie was garbage.
So it was Peter Pan and Ant-Man, then it was Indiana.
I didn't see Indiana.
Oh, so what
He
was
just
your
chose 2.
I'm saying I only can think of 2 bad movies I saw this
Well,
year.
allow me to indulge you.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna do 2 honorable mentions. Okay. Peter Pan, Wendy, obviously.
Hold on.
What?
Art said.
What did Artset say?
Speaking of perfect movies,
Do you want me to click on it? Here.
I know. I got it. I
Okay.
got it.
I have seen that movie.
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah.
just nothing.
Oscar worthy?
Oh god.
It was good, dude. But
Oh.
it was good.
I just saw Matthew Roderick
Yeah.
age before my eyes on the show I just watched. No Hard Feelings.
Oh, really?
I just watched it with the wife the other day, and we were blown away how old he looks.
Yeah, he's old as balls, dude.
But no, we were like shocked at how old, like William Shatner old.
Yeah, that's because he killed a man, or no, he killed a family. So then he stopped working.
It was just
So then
bad.
we haven't.
speeding your car.
Yeah, it happens when you run over a.
Okay, let's not get
Anyway.
into that. Yeah. Anyways,
I thought it was a woman. No,
Okay,
that was a
we're not
woman
getting
and
into
her daughter,
that. We're not
yeah.
getting into
We're
that.
not talking about the worst moments of
Yeah.
people's lives.
in Matthew
Yeah.
Broderick's
Anyways,
career.
Peter Pan.
Yep.
Utter garbage. Like,
Yeah.
totally destroyed the character Peter Pan.
Yeah.
He's like 2 feet smaller.
Sure.
I don't know what kind of dust they were smoking in that one. It wasn't pixie.
Pixie dust.
But that was horrendous, and they'll
Yeah.
never see the light of day again from a part 2. I hope not, because that's just terrible.
Yep.
So that's my honorable mention number 1. Honorable mention number 2 is Creed 3.
Sure.
It had so much potential. I went to the
But
theater.
no Stallone.
Yeah, no mention of Stallone. And then Jonathan Majors is the only reason the show even got 50%. from me.
Sure.
Right.
He literally held that movie up by himself, because what's his name? Michael B.
Michael.
Jordan was utter garbage in this movie. Just
Didn't he
nailed
direct?
it in.
He directed it.
Yeah,
too.
he mailed it in.
Yeah.
It looked like he had fatigue from going back and forth
Well,
in front of the camera in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was that his first directorial role?
think so.
But it was
Yeah.
it was his worst performance I've seen. Totally destroyed that character and that IP. And they're making another one. I don't know what to say here. But that was my number 3 on the list is Ant-Man 3. Another Jonathan Majors movie. If it wasn't
He
for
was
him,
arguably the best
I was just
part
gonna
of
say,
that
if
too,
it
yeah.
wasn't for him again in this movie, it'd be below 50% for me
Yeah.
as well. It got 51%. So that
is-
yeah.
bigger.
I'm surprised that's your third worst.
There's more. Don't worry. So that was horrendous. I cannot believe the CGI was god awful. It was the worst I've seen. I've seen YouTube videos with better CGI with zero money.
We've done YouTube videos with better CGI.
This is true. But yeah, that was a terrible storyline too. Totally belittling Ant-Man just to prop up his daughter for the Young Avengers. Yeah, there you go. You didn't even get it. Jeez.
I
What's
got
wrong with
it.
you? Wake up.
What?
Anyways,
The popcorn fever's settling in.
number 2 is Indiana Jones for me.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I said it from day one when I heard and saw the trailer. I'm like, this is gonna be a belittling of Indiana Jones and propping up that Phoebe, whatever her name is.
Waller Bridge.
Yeah,
At least I was positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just totally demasculating this guy throughout the whole movie. He looked like an aged. Yes, I know he's 70 something years old, but this is Hollywood. Let the character have fun for one last time.
Yep.
He looked like he needed a walking stick half the time, or some sort of a wheelchair to get him around.
Well,
No
it's
offense
only-
to anybody that
it's
does
only
need that,
Been
but this is Hollywood and this is a make believe character. Why do we need to make it look like he's pathetic?
how
right?
how long between The Force Awakens and this?
Force
I don't
Awakens
know.
was 2015.
So less than 10 years.
You can
and
get-
he was spry and
You can get stunt doubles.
yeah.
There's
no,
no excuse.
I'm saying
yeah.
he didn't look feeble and old in
The
Force Awakens.
cinematography was horrendous as well. I was getting motion sickness when they're doing the chase scenes.
Oh.
It was like like this. I'm like, what are you guys doing? This is a Hollywood movie that you spent $500 million on. $500 million.
Yeah, and they gave the intern the camera.
Oh yeah, the guy was like, I'm out of here. I gotta go for dinner. Right? You handle it, Bob or Steve.
God
Our
damn
friend
it, Steve.
Our friend Steve. So that was my second worst. The worst movie this year for me was Transformers: Rise of the
Beast.
whatever that beast. There's very little beast and not a lot of rise either. It was a horrible. Yeah, I didn't get any arousal from this, and I love Transformers. It's my childhood IP that I grew up with. I have a ton of Transformers figures, and I was like, "What? What is this?" It was horrible. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, because I watched all of what's his name, Michael Numbnuts Bay's movies, it got even worse and worse. Hasbro needs to just stop and take a pause, because the filth that they have given us from the last decade or so is still rendering around. They need to stop, let people forget about it, and refresh. They're adding G.I. Joe to this lore.
Oh yeah.
Why? Let that go cook on its own.
What do you
don't need
mean?
to put.
Why?
I know why, but I'm just saying why.
Hey, Elfin, what's the point of the general?
Sell toys. But I'm not
But
buying
who
any of that.
buys those
Who
toys?
buys those?
I don't buy those ones. I
And
haven't bought a
camera.
single movie toy from Transformers. I haven't bought a single G.I. Joe movie. I buy the
Who
cartoon.
buys those?
The cartoon. Yes. The cartoon. You ingrates. See what I have to deal with here. These amateur
I was
collectors.
just doing my Vanna White impression.
Yeah, that was good, man.
In this
Good job.
movie,
Good
did they
job.
kill Bumblebee? Spoilers.
No,
No.
but you might as well. Nobody
I thought
cares.
They did, didn't they?
Kill the
I one
soul.
can only wish. They should all just die and perish into molten lava, like the Terminator.
Like, I was just kidding. No, that's the T1000.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
No, the Terminator in
Yeah,
the
he
first
also
Terminator.
melted down.
Oh
at the
yeah,
end,
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, how dare you?
yeah. I'm just thinking of the thumbs up.
But yeah, that is my worst movie of 2023. Oh, horrible.
Mm.
Ugh.
All
Anyway.
right, let's end it on a good note.
On a positive.
Yeah.
Nate, take it away. Top 3
Woohoo!
movies of the year.
Top 3. Now, this year wasn't like super spectacular. There weren't like just a ton of great movies, but there were, I think, a couple that really stood out. So first, I'll do one honorable mention,
Okay.
even though I've seen it's gotten bad reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes and all that. Is
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Nice Australian accent there.
Five Nights. My mom. 5 Nights at Freddy's. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. It's not like a horror movie.
Who said it got bad reviews?
If you look, a lot of people.
Screw the
give it bad
critics. They don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, sorry. Wait. I thought of my my third bad movie, Inside. Speaking of Willem Dafoe,
Inside. What is that one?
it's where he's a jeweler thief or whatever, and he breaks into this building or this super swanky apartment to steal a bunch of art, and then he gets locked in there. The security system malfunctions. He's locked in there for like 3 or 4 days. It is Willem Dafoe. That's it.
Couldn't save it.
In the building, in this apartment, getting like delusional, and it almost is a great movie. But the end, I don't care about spoilers. It literally is just like he's there, credits, and it's like you started like conspiracy shit. You started him going insane. You had like water deficiency, and then you just end it with credits. And he left a poem. Did he kill himself? Did he get out? What? Nothing.
So it's like Andor.
I had to do it.
Woo!
Okay, back to Nate.
Anyway, sorry.
No worries.
Sorry.
Third, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
That was so much fun,
Yes.
especially as a DM.
They put the
like-
D back in Dragons.
Yeah. Like you watch it, but the people that made that movie, they played Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons. Because I'm like, yep, I've seen the idiots that I play with do the same thing. Someone's gonna try and like cheat their way around a situation, and
Yep.
or like they'll fail a what was it? I fail a concentration
Mhm.
check. There's with that scene where Chris what was it? He's
Pine,
playing
yeah.
a lie or something,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden his face is melting and his head's like just I don't even know how to describe it. It turns into like a weird giraffe. His neck just goes long, his eyes bolt. It's hilarious. Loved it. That's third. That's my third. It was really good. Second, now the first and second are really hard to decide between.
Yeah.
But second, I'm doing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That
Attaboy.
was top.
You've
loved
totally
it.
redeemed yourself.
What even Dungeons and Dragons was pretty good.
Until he
too.
says-
No, I said
Yeah.
that is
But-
good. They brought the D back.
Yeah. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, great movie. Everyone should see it, especially people that haven't seen like the animated.
The
Spider-Man
animation
stuff.
alone is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful animation.
It's like-
Fantastic story.
It's like a comic book coming to life, right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Follow a comic book.
I'd say, like, this is going to be controversial. I think it's better than the most recent live-action Spider-Man movie. This,
I wouldn't argue. I'm totally with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then top one, I think you guys can guess, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That was emotional. It was
Music was awesome.
Music was awesome. It was fun, satisfying ending
Yes.
as well.
Yeah. No letdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I especially love Adam Warlock the first time we see him.
I did not like that guy at all in this movie, but I understand why people
But-
like it.
Do you know what? I think that I thought he played the role pretty well. Like I get it, it's a little
That's not the
insane,
character though, but I know what you're
I
saying.
know,
Yeah, I know.
But I think that for that role that they wanted him to be, kind of like a mama's boy, but like still really strong, kind of like a Homelander almost.
Yeah.
Not quite as crazy. I think he did a really good job. So those are my top three.
Nice.
All right, Chris.
All right. My honorable mention is Barbie. You know what? It was a ton of fun watching Barbie.
It's
It was
your list, right?
that's an honorable mention though, but it was just a lot of fun. 3 is actually Guardians. Again, I loved it too. The storyline and everything about it, very emotional. 2 is actually Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
It's a long movie, but you get used to the pace of it, and it's just like the crazy. I mean, obviously you know what the story is, but actually what happens to Oppenheimer is actually crazy.
And they've got the monster in it. You know, the
Exactly.
explosion.
The
That's how
explosion.
Godzilla came out.
And then as soon as you watch Oppenheimer, you have to go watch Godzilla.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I hear they're gonna. No, I just.
Kiss.
Yeah. And then number 1 for me is Spider-Man for sure. I watched on YouTube a video where they just broke down the opening scene where it's Gwen playing the drums and it's her voiceover, and they broke down that scene. It's insane. The work. There's more work that went into those 5 minutes than probably like Ant-Man. Just like everything from the way the song is like sped up a bit or it gets louder because what she's talking about. Then they put different animation, like you're just talking about, how the animation affects what she's saying and stuff like that. And that's just 5 minutes of the film. And so yeah, I loved it. So those are my 3.
Yep. I'm gonna go my 3rd.
If only you had typed it all down.
Huh? No, I did. And then
Okay, go. What's your number 3?
Then his dog ate it.
My dog ate it. Number 3 is going to be Renfield.
Nice.
As
Rentor.
Rentor. as Hartstead mentioned here, but it was Nicolas Cage. He does a garbage movie and then 3 really good ones, and then a garbage movie and then 3 really
It's
good
all
ones.
stealthy too. Like
You
you don't see it coming at all, and it just goes away.
He doesn't need money. He's like, marketing budget? No, it's fine. Just put it out, whatever. It was like, did that come out around October?
Renfield? No, it was earlier in the year.
Yeah.
It was April. Yeah. April 14th. Sure.
Do you remember when people were he was released? Oh, he's gonna play Dracula, and people were saying, "What?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage playing Dracula?"
Yeah, but Vampire's Kiss is like one of my favorite movies,
And
which is one of the worst movies ever. Like, it's the worst example of acting.
Why is that surprising? That
Because
he likes bad movies.
It's Nick Cage, and
you
it's
seen
just
the 80s he
but no,
picked?
but Nick Cage movie bad is like, it's a spectacle to watch. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You're just like, okay, and they're still going. Renfield, it was fun. It was
got the new Lex Luthor in it.
It does too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
That's the
really
same
good
way.
in it as his assistant. Number 2 is gonna be the one that everyone just said, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've never loved a raccoon so much in my life.
Yeah.
And
That's because it reminded me of
Whatever-
your dog. Don't even go there. Cute and cuddly.
rabid and flea ridden, and it was one of the
He cried.
most for a while. And then number 1's gonna be Dungeons and Dragons. It was fun. It was exactly what it needed to
They
be.
brought the
I was
tea
the
back,
most
baby.
like Guardians of the Galaxy. I expected to be good.
I wanna
paid
watch it
off,
again.
and it was
I wanna
great.
watch it
I've
again.
watched it like probably 3 times.
I think I'm gonna watch it. My
just
wife
like-
just like tuned out after 20 minutes. She's like, I don't like this. I'm like, you haven't seen the best parts,
Really?
dude. Yeah, the
Yeah,
first. No, not the first. Sorry,
I'm gonna
the
make you watch it.
best F-bomb in a Marvel movie.
Yes.
Just
The only.
speaking
Yeah,
of
it's the
stealth. No,
only
not
one.
only.
That said there
Nuki
was
takes
the
them
only
from
one.
a spot.
Yeah. Sadly, that didn't come out this year.
But
But
that's
sequel-
your-
Well,
Dungeons
that's
and
good.
Dragons, it was.
It was fun.
It had.
I watched it in theaters.
It
I a
had
blast.
everything running against it because it was a video game movie or like whatever. There's also been a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons movies, and they've all been ass.
And Chris Pine and
Chris
Michelle
Pine-
and Rodriguez said, "Suck it."
Yeah, but Michelle Rodriguez, not in a lot of movies I like.
But she was awesome.
She was the perfect barbarian, and also like you were saying, like knowing D&D shit, like
Yeah.
just being there, being like, "Hey, I wonder what class they are." Oh, okay, they're probably. Oh, she's barbarian. Oh yeah, she's doing this. Oh, she's doing that thing. And then you're like, "Hey, I wonder what kind of class he is." And just the little nods here and there, where like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you're having.
And Hugh
fun.
Grant.
And Hugh Grant.
You know,
good.
I loved when there's that carriage heist.
Yeah,
Where they did that. It was like a couple minutes. This big heist to get in the carriage to to use this staff where they could create
Yeah,
a portal in there.
Yeah.
The whole thing, and then only for it to arrive, they put it down and it falls, so they can't use it anyways.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do if like my players created this really ornate thing that screws up my whole plan.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna let this happen.
It falls over. Go fuck yourself.
I loved it.
All right, you good? All right, I have
17 honorable mentions.
shot it. I have 6.
First honorable mention.
No, seriously, I have 6. All right, here we go. I'll run them off quickly here. South Park, the movie that came out,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
phenomenal. Really, really pissed off a lot of people in Hollywood, which is brilliant. Love
Yep.
it. That was number whatever it is. Haunted Mansion.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I don't know why it wasn't in August instead of let's say October when
Yeah.
things get spooky. But I watched it, my family watched it, and we enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing,
No.
but it was good.
Mhm.
It was fun. It's a Disney horror. It wasn't crazy, like scary or anything like that. You could take your kids to it, but it was fun. It was good.
But it wasn't like childlike or too.
It was sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
It had a
good
good,
family.
it had a good story.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was good times,
Yeah.
right? And then
Would you say? Wait. Would you say Dungeons and Dragons would be similar? Like, I'm just gauging because I haven't. Seen
I had
Haunted
Dungeons and
Mansion.
Dragon higher on the list.
No. I'm just saying, like, as far as like,
It was good times. It was fun.
yeah. But
It
no,
was
like,
action, good CGI.
Yeah,
like,
Age for
age and
It's,
family.
it's an adventure. Yeah, my kids definitely can watch that for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, it was just fun. Yeah, it was a good time. Speaking of that, that's on the next on the Dungeons and Dragons. Phenomenal. I had a great time watching it. Fun movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really, really cool.
Sorry,
Yep.
can I ask? Are you still doing honorable
Yeah,
mentions?
honorable
or is that,
mention.
okay.
These are my honorable mentions. And then after that, it was John Wick 4. Ooh. I mean, it was good. It wasn't the best in the series, but it was solid. John Wick 4, solid movie. Five Nights at Freddy. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I didn't realize it was on streaming. I wasted a lot of money going to the theaters, but my kids enjoyed it, and that's a good barometer.
Mhm.
It was designed and made for that age group.
Yeah.
Teenagers, young teenagers, right? And both of them had a fantastic time watching it. I got myself immersed in it. I love the story. It was really, really impactful story. So I really, really enjoyed that story. I didn't play the game, so I don't have any attachments to it. Some people who play the games didn't like some of the changes, but for me, I thought it was a good, solid movie. And it was such a small budget, and they made over $100 million domestically. So they just killed it out of the park, and they're greenlighting more now. So we'll see how that goes. So my 3, right? Here we go. No, I still have one more. Super Mario.
Wahoo!
Everybody who didn't like what's his name? Chris Pratt. Thought he was great. Thought it was a good movie. It was fun. It was great to see Nintendo finally making a movie with so many of their awesome IPs.
Slight side note: they have confirmed now that they're making a Legend of Zelda movie.
Yes.
Are they really?
Which I have one.
Zelda will rescue Link.
It's Nintendo. The Japanese do not care about social norms.
Well, Princess Peach was a warrior in there. That was my only gripe.
she
with
is
that.
a warrior.
No, she's a heroine that has to be rescued. Every single game is like that.
Mario 3,
What?
Super Smash Brothers,
People-
Mario
No,
Kart.
Smash Brothers is not the typical Mario
It's
story,
canon.
though. Yeah, all right.
No, but what I'm saying,
They have
my
Pokemon
one-
in there.
My one thing is that
Pokemon's canon.
I think they should still make Link silent. He should not speak in the movie.
Cut out his tongue.
Yeah,
First
like
couple
no, but just
I love
maybe do
Zelda.
find an actor who can emote that enough. Because I mean, he's a guard. And
Kevin
all he
Hart.
does is
Then at one point in the
Jack
movie,
Black. And,
Anyways, let me get
Lizzo
it-
plays
let me get it-
Zelda.
Yeah. So that was what?
That was my last honorable mention.
Okay.
Here's my 3 here. Okay. Number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Mhm.
I love this whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Loved everything. I'm so happy that James Gunn gave it that swan song ending. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not the end, but it's the end for that group.
Yep.
That was great. Number 2 on my list is Mission Impossible Part 1.
Shut up, Cowabunga, too.
Excuse me, princess. Yeah, so number 2 is Mission Impossible Dead
Improbable.
Reckoning Part 1. oh man, this was an awesome movie.
Mm.
Both him and Agent Carter, what's her name? Look it up.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah.
They were awesome, both of them. So good in this movie, and I loved. This was like the Uncharted movie that I wanted that I didn't get. There was that scene. Have you
Haley
seen the movie yet?
Atwell.
Uncharted?
No. Mission Impossible. Have you seen it?
No, not the newest one.
What? What are you doing? Go run. Just
No.
watch it.
No.
Right
Hurry.
now.
Well, what's
Please.
it on?
What do you mean? What's it on? It's on everywhere. Just rent it if you want. But that is an awesome. I can't wait for part 2. I don't know when that's coming out, but that was awesome. Awesome movie.
Wait. What number of Mission Impossible is this now?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even know. They don't put a number by it
7?
anymore.
9?
I think it's 7. I want to say.
That's impressive for an action movie to not be
think
garbage
it's
past number
7.
5.
With Tom Cruise
With
and pretty
Tom?
much all of them?
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
it could be 5. Whatever. I don't have no idea. I honestly don't have any idea. But great movie, awesome action in there. Really, really good. See, Indiana Jones crew should have went over there and took notice and notes of how to actually do chase scenes.
See,
Yeah.
watch Harrison Ford.
you just gotta get Tom Cruise to pilot a
Yeah.
fucking fighter
But,
jet.
but the crazy thing was, it wasn't even like there was one scene that he did was gonna go down as a history moment where he jumps off that cliff, and it's him actually doing it. That's how much he wanted to be involved in this, right?
Or that's how much Scientology has made him want to kill himself.
He's broken his
Keeps
leg.
trying.
The shot.
Spicy meatball that I'm not touching. That's number 2 on my list. Number 1 on my list is Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man.
This movie, a lot of people don't like the changes of having Miles as becoming Spider-Man, but this is the different universe. People need to understand that. It's this Miles' universe. I love the twist at the end. I'm not going to tell anybody if you haven't seen it yet, but that twist at the end I was like, whoa. Like, there's 2 major twists in this movie that just takes you on a spin. You're just like, wow. Like, that is amazing writing. That is when you sit down and you do not leave that office until you have hammered out a goddamn good script. And that's what it was. This was right. The writers deserve all the praise for this because they hammered out an awesome story that is still going to continue because this is only part 1.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for part 2. I watched it twice in the theaters, one by myself and one with my kids because I'm like, I'm watching it again. I don't care.
Not with us.
You watched it with us.
Yeah.
By yourself?
Oh, was it by myself?
Nate and I were there.
Were you guys there? I didn't even notice you guys.
You kept grabbing my leg.
I'm sorry. I didn't even remember. Was it us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we watched Flash.
And-
By the way, nobody mentioned.
Which, yeah, it was fine.
It was sort of in the middle of
It
everything.
was a good party,
Yeah.
but then
You
it's
laughed
kind of-
like crazy
Oh,
when
yeah,
Nicolas
no.
Cage of all people.
Yeah,
I don't
showed
know.
up.
see Nick Cage when he shows up, it's awesome.
I can't even remember I was watching it together.
Yeah, the 3 of us went to Spider-Man.
Oh,
and
the
then-
3 of us. He wasn't there.
I
No,
was
but he
there,
came
no.
to Flash with
Okay.
Michael.
That's why I didn't remember because he wasn't
It was
laughing.
July 14th at 8.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this was only part 1.
How
As
did
soon
you
as
not know
It was
that?
a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah. Well, what? As soon
Oh,
as
you mean when we saw it?
Right,
You're
when we
right.
saw
You're
Oh,
right.
I
I
see,
didn't
okay.
know, and then it ended. I'm like, wait, that's it? It's not. There's no more.
Oh, man, this is bullshit.
He throws his popcorn box out.
That's actually probably the best way to have it go because I'm not thinking, okay, they're gonna cut it off before something big. I
you don't have
fully expected.
anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
A
was
lot
on
of
the edge
people. A
my
lot of
seat.
people said that. Yeah, a lot of people walked in and go. Even when I took my kids, my cousin came with my cousin Vinny. He came with his kids.
Hey.
He walked out. He's like, "Whoa, that was only part 1." He's like, "I thought this was gonna be an ending here." I'm like, "No." He's like, "Wow." I was like, "This is insane."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so good, so good. I cannot believe how great it was. I'm worried about part 2 though.
Sure.
Can it live up to this one? Because this is a really tall
Yeah.
hill
Well,
to
they-
climb.
Well, they
made
all
them
said that
together.
about this one too. Like the last one.
Yeah, the
Into
first
No, no, but
one was
Spider-Verse.
so
like-
no,
good.
but I'm saying like when the Into the Spider-Verse came out, or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, they're making a second one, and it's
wh-
gonna be a part 1, part 2. Oh, can it live up to that one? That was so good."
When
And
I
then
saw
it-
2099 at the end of first movie, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be better because I know that character. I know what's involved with that character, and I'm like,
Sure.
it's gonna be good. But I did not expect it to be that good.
right, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, slightly better.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
Stay almost even there, and then we'll continue the story. But it just, I don't know, it just rocketed up that high level of writing and putting together a movie. Soundtrack was great.
Yeah.
The animation, when we talked about it, it was off the charts. The Turtles cartoon that
I
came
was-
out
yeah.
didn't even hold a candle to that. It had its own style, but still, it looked goofy compared to this.
Yeah.
I mean, the turtles are pretty cool.
This was like Picasso. That was me in kindergarten. Turtles.
TMNT is too
Hand
goofy.
painting. Hand painting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a horrible movie, but yeah.
These stoners, toxic sludge turtles, they're too. I need more seriousness.
But yeah,
Grow
Spider
up.
Verse. Who had Spider Verse as number one?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you have it number?
Mine was second.
Yours was.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
I know. I
How is this guy in the show here with us?
because you got
Get him outta here. You're fired.
I'm
Get
the
out.
Star
Get
Wars
out.
guy. There's no good Star Wars shit on.
Star Wars guy. Go see it, please.
No, I'm going to, and I'm also going to watch John Wick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good
My
time.
dad's very disappointed I still haven't seen John Wick.
I'm
say
just-
this is better.
I'm disappointed you haven't seen Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm right there with your dad. Just very disappointed in you.
We're all disappointed in you.
Have you
Justin.
guys seen?
Sorry.
Have you guys seen Haunted Mansion?
No.
Yes.
No.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That should be a third on your list. Those
I'll
two are 1
probably,
and 2. This one should be. No, it's fun.
Well,
It's fun.
I just watch Haunted Mansion.
Mission
next
Impossible, you
October.
watch, right?
Yeah.
No,
I
I
don't-
don't
I
care.
don't- I
haven't
don't feel
seen
like
Mission
watching it
Impossible
now.
For like,
Yeah.
You need
For
to see-
Christmas.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just
You're
like,
missing some amazing movies right now.
that's okay.
No, it's not okay. I've heard.
Wait, quickly going back to the Haunted Mansion. Have you seen the one with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, so we watched it the day before, and then one watched.
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that.
The
one.
upgrade is well liked, well
Yeah,
appreciated.
sure.
The upgrade.
'Cause
And
they
when I
didn't
mean that,
just-
I mean CGI.
Yeah.
They didn't rip off the story, but give it a crappy plot twist. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I was very.
Eddie
pleased with
Murray's
that.
was good for its time,
Mm.
but this is good for its time right
and
now.
this one's got far more references to the ride,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is great.
Like I said, it's not an Oscar-winning movie, but it's just a fun ride to
Yeah.
watch, and it'd be great Halloween type of movie, which I was surprised why they released it.
It's a
In
fun
August.
ride to watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is a ride.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of disappointed,
I thought that was intentional.
Disappointed.
Sometimes this happens. But yeah, no, you need to
just
go
gotta let
watch.
it ride.
That's your homework for the holidays. Come
Yeah,
back
yeah,
and
yeah.
let us know what your thoughts are.
Watch a
I'm surprised nobody
Halloween movie over Christmas.
I'm surprised you
I'm a
guys didn't
spooky
mention
bitch, I'll
Super
watch it
Mario.
on Christmas.
I did see it and I liked it, but yeah,
It didn't even come close.
top 10.
It's
But-
a me,
okay.
Mario. It's just like-
That was the worst.
no, that's Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
That's-
you're not far off.
All right.
It's like, hey, it's that guy from the Lego movie.
We have one more show to go before the holiday break.
Oh, I thought you
Me and Chris will
yeah.
be doing the show. We got
I'll be
something
there
planned,
too.
right?
Sure.
Yeah, sure,
Great.
whatever.
I'll be
We'll
there.
have an open mic session.
You?
Yeah.
We'll even
We're
have.
gonna do it
maybe-
online though.
Yeah, you can do it online.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
from
sure.
home. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys can. You can maybe join us. Drop by.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, it's online. So
Monarch
to us.
and the
I
last
might not have
episode of
internet
Rick and
where
Morty.
Who knows?
If you are, then we should do the best of 80s, all the 80s films that we talked
Nuki.
about,
Well, how about this? We still have Rick and Morty to finish.
and Monarch.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fine.
That's not
Okay,
gonna be
okay.
for a
So
while.
we'll do those. We'll get those out of the way, and then we'll open mic and whatever we want to talk 80s
Sure.
stuff. We'll throw it up.
'Kay.
It'll be fun. Open
Sounds
a
good.
cup, grab a couple drinks, and then we'll chill out. But anyways, that was a great end to our season 2023.
Yeah.
Let's see what 2024 has to bring. I think 2023's movies are better than 2024's
we'll see.
right now on paper.
I was gonna say, how do you know?
Well, just on paper, what's being released. We had some bangers, man.
yeah, but like, don't judge a book.
I just
by its
wrote.
cover.
I
But
just
they
ran off
are-
7 movies that are.
But they are
really good.
releasing Spider-Man Part 2 next summer.
Mm.
I heard it's
supposed to
being
be.
pushed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's being
Oh.
pushed. Ghostbusters 2's coming. out.
Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah,
Yeah,
Some good
this might
movies.
be the first good Marvel thing to come out in
but that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything else.
a while.
Dune. I know you don't like Dune.
No, I do like Dude.
Oh, okay.
I like
Yeah,
Timothy.
didn't-
He's good.
Okay. I'm
gonna be
looking forward
good
to
in
We
that.
get to see him.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
Wonka is getting
Wonka.
some good reviews right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
so-
that's- I
It'll be
I
fun.
saw Rowan Atkinson was in it.
Yes.
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 Or Atkins.
Spoilers.
Shut up! It's in the trailer.
Wonka
Anyways, we're gonna
dies.
do a review on it.
Wonka died.
Oh God, Jesus, take it to the next level. Instead. You see people what I have to deal with here. Please subscribe, save me, come to the chat, say hi to me, save me from these hounds. But anyways, I hope everyone has a great holiday. We will see you guys.
Oh, Furio, cowabunga, dude! Shut up! You are never. We're never watching a thing. Have you seen the trailer for Furiosa?
I don't even know what that is.
It is.
Is this
It's
I was
Fury.
ending the
Mad
show.
Max,
Mad Max Fury Road?
just with a girl. That's all. it is.
Sure.
Also, Chris Hemsworth. He's in it too.
Oh yeah.
The CG looks like
Can we talk to us about this maybe next week? Save it for
Why?
next week.
it just came out. This is topical.
We'll talk about it next week.
Well, I won't
We
be
will-
here, so I want to yell about shit on the internet.
You can yell. You can type and yell
Hey,
with
remember,
explanations.
the internet's not a place to complain.
Ah, there you go. There
The
you go. Yeah.
lessons are
Yell out the window.
Anyways, please subscribe, hit the like button, everybody, because that's how YouTube works, and hit the notification. And we will see you guys next week. And happy holidays for 2023. Take care. Bye, everybody. Say bye.
Bye, everybody.
Justin, say bye.
Bye bye.